up. So everybody be patient. Sending out the links and shit. That link. Hey, everybody. Hey, couple people. Just typing out a message for my patrons so they can join. Should mute this so I don't hear myself. Okay, now I'm just going to copy and paste this message to my emails. I am so behind on everything. I am just so behind on everything. I woke up like an hour later than I was supposed to for no reason. I don't understand how that happened. So I'm not even looking at chat right now, so give me a second. Gotta set this shit out. All right, who donated to me? Excuse me. Disgusting. Still going through my email. There we go. And oh, hey, somebody's in the Hangout. Holy shit. He left though. Oh, hey, somebody else is here. Pluff and Duff. How are you doing? Yes, barely. I think I should turn up my volume. I think that's my fault.
So what's up?
Not too much. I woke up super late for no reason. I gotta stop doing these on Saturdays or like reasonably around noon on Saturdays. I think I should make them later in the day. I think I should make them like 2 hours later. I feel like
I woke up like a few hours ago, so that means
that's funny. The past 6 times I've done this, I've been like kind of hungover, just because I don't know. It's not that I give a shit about it being the weekend because I can just do my job whenever I want, but all my friends are like, "Oh yeah, it's Friday. Come do this thing." I'm like, "Okay." I'm off, and then
I guess I'm obligated. I might as well.
Yeah, exactly. I just gotta send out the rest of these invites. Just 1 second.
All right.
Just opening a couple different emails. Da-da-da-da.
Yeah, I was one of those guys who was just like freaking out because it was 2:11, and I'm like, "Where's my invite? I thought it was too sharp."
Sorry. No, yeah, I was supposed to wake up like an hour earlier, and for whatever reason, I don't even remember my alarm going off. It was supposed to go off like an hour earlier than I actually woke up, and it might have actually gone off, and I might have just turned it off in my sleep. But I just happened to wake up literally 15 minutes before this was supposed to start, and there's a bit of setup.
How do you manage to turn off an alarm in your sleep?
Oh, I've done that a million times in my life. Or that's what I have to assume. That's what I have to tell myself. I don't know how these things happen otherwise. Let's see if my alarm's still set. Let's see if it's still set, or because if it's not set, that means I turned it off in my sleep. Yeah, it's not. It's not set. Thank you. Mark's here. Brought me some coffee.
I'm cool cat. Oh, babies.
That's Mark. Okay, so I just sent that email, and now I will organize this so I can view the chat and myself, or this window here. So I guess anybody, if there's like audio discrepancies, let me know, because I've noticed with the last few of these, my mic's always so low, and I think it's just because of the audio interface and mics that I use, as good as they use for my reviews.
Your mic is perfectly synced with your video for me.
Okay. It's a matter of my one concern is just whether or not my mic is too like quiet. I don't know.
No, it's fine.
I think I have the ability to like mix it in here too. Yeah, I have a mixer. There we go. I can decide these things. I can turn people up and down. What the? I adjusted my audio level. What? But I can't tell unless I'm listening to it again. I can't. I don't know. I'll adjust yours to be up to. Can you say something?
Hello.
Hey, there you go. Let's see if that like destroyed everybody. I don't know. All right. What? I guess the Oscars are tomorrow, and I still haven't seen all those movies. Damn it! I should do that today. I have to write up the rest of my like Patreon mail out perks and send them because Monday will be the last day I can send them.
So I just have a question out of curiosity. What do you know what YMS you're going to be doing after Unfriended?
So I want to get back to my Synecdoche, New York, and after I get back to my Synecdoche, New York, I want to do a video on The Walking Dead season 3. But there's also 2 other things that I might do in the meantime. Even though The Walking Dead season 3 is not going to be a full YMS review. I'm gonna make a review on it, but I'm not gonna give it the full treatment because I don't think that it won't work for it. It would be a waste of time. It would be a big waste of time if I tried to give it the full treat. We'll see how it is. We'll see what it turns into, and we'll see what it warrants. But after writing a bunch of notes for it, I'm like, nah, it's not the same. I don't have the same point that I'm trying to make with it, and I feel like I should do it because I basically promised everybody that I would make a video on it, and I still haven't done it. So
see, I think you shouldn't do it just because I think it's actually better than season 2 by such a long shot.
And I'm not gonna try and make the point that it isn't. But I think that I should. It's not something that I would feel needs to be addressed if I didn't promise everybody that I would do it. If I didn't make those promises, then I wouldn't be doing it. But I would like to retain some sense of ethics and
credibility.
Yeah. So yeah, as much as a lot of people probably have forgotten about it and don't even know about it at this point, I remember, and I don't want there to be one thing that people can call back on and be like, oh hey, you never finished this. If I start a new project or a Kickstarter for something, I want to have a clean record. But there's two other things that I was thinking of. And one of them is something that I don't want to mention because the whole point of it would be that I haven't seen any other major reviewers tackle it, so I'm gonna keep that one on the down low. And then also possibly Jurassic World would be a good one to tackle, I think.
Yeah, for obvious reasons.
Yeah, I think Jurassic World would make a good YMS video. I think. I know a lot of people thought it was really good.
I actually
That's also the point.
I actually haven't seen Jurassic World. Sorry.
You don't need to.
It's pretty funny.
Hey guys,
Hey,
Hey.
how's
is
it
my
going?
mic working?
Yes,
Yeah, Jurassic World is kind of a piece of shit.
it is.
I'm glad you agree. It's not one of those things that you can argue about. Like it's like, oh well, okay. Listen, guys. Objectively, it's not that bad. No, it's just very cut and dry. Not a good movie, and
I
a lot
was
of people's
disappointed.
excuses. Sorry.
I was disappointed because the guy made a safety not guaranteed, and I really liked that. I thought it was well done, and it was like such a turn into this like mainstream just pile of just like garbage.
I watched bits of Safety Not Guaranteed, and I was like, I don't know. I wasn't wowed by it, but I wasn't disgusted by it.
I mean, I also
So-
saw I was younger, so I don't know if I like would think differently about it now.
Yeah.
So
This is possible. The Rock Critic, if you are talking, we can't hear your mic, just letting you know. So, get your mic fixed if you want to
Boy.
talk.
Sweet.
are the Jurassic Park sequels good? Like the 2 and 3? Like I haven't seen those. I only saw the first.
progressively worse.
Not 3. Well, 3 has one really good scene.
Didn't
with
someone get like, hit
Barney.
in the scene or something? Or something like weird.
They like I said, they progressively get worse. A lot of people rag on Jurassic World, but it's actually not that bad of a movie. It's just
Jurassic
like,
World?
yeah.
You mean
The second
Oh,
one.
sorry,
Lost
sorry,
World?
The Lost World,
Yeah, you're
Jurassic
talking-
Park.
There's the
Um,
gymnastics scene where she like impales a dinosaur
That
onto it.
is, yeah. Like there are some seriously bad moments in that movie. It's like, but I don't know. It's not as bad
Excuse
as
me.
everyone makes it out to be. It's just really like unimpressed. It's just like it doesn't match the first at all. It's just
Yeah.
what it was trying to.
Yes,
do.
I'm reading the chat. I'm reading the chat here and there. I can't say when the next part of something is going to come out. But I did specify at the end of part 4 that I would be taking a break to finish up a YMS review and then coming back to it. And so far that YMS review still isn't finished. So that's a clue. I don't know. I can't like it. It's not like I haven't even touched part 5 of Synecdoche, New York. I need to start it again. I had to stop production on that whole series just so I could fit in a YMS review and then come back to it. So it's not like I've been working on both of those things at once. But I've also been working on my 2014 list, which is something that I'm going to try to finish up. Yeah, that's another thing that I just completely forgot to mention is my 2014 list
Yeah.
that I should be getting out for like April. I think.
It's
Hopefully,
we had a long
April or May.
Yeah, we had a long stretch where actually, I say we, but I mean like I would just come in at like certain points, but like there was a long stretch where you were just watching, like just 2014 movies, was like constantly, and I'd come to see what you were doing, and it was just like you were already like 6 movies in, and the day
Yeah,
just started.
that was also when I was sick too.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't record any, like I couldn't do anything on my Unfriended Part 2 review until I recorded more audio. I was like literally finished everything I could except more audio, and then I could edit on top of that audio. But I was so sick that I just couldn't like yell into the mic the way that I wanted to, so I just did. I was like, well, fuck it, I can start on my 2014 list.
It's funny too that you say that. It's like yell into the mic that I want, like the way I wanted to, and I like when you just say that, it's like, oh yeah, like just typically yelling. I think I'm like, maybe it's just because I'm living with you now, but you were yelling louder than I think I've ever heard you yell. I thought you were having an argument with somebody. I was like, whoa, what the fuck is going up, and like what's going down in like Adam's room? I know that like sometimes you're recording, but it sounded like you're genuinely screaming at somebody.
I was genuinely screaming at Blair.
Yeah. That's the best part about it. It's like, it's great.
Yes, I like Paul Thomas Anderson. The Witch was all right. I'm not going to see Batman versus Superman, probably.
I will, because like the trailer.
You know, can I just say something real quick?
Yes.
Yeah.
You can say whatever.
I just wanted to say, how many of the top blockbusters from 2003 to now versus before 2003 were sequels, reboots, comic book adaptations?
Well, I just so happen to have the exact number off the top of my head. I don't know.
It certainly has increased.
A lot. A lot
I just
of
so happen to know exactly how many. Too many?
Yeah. Yeah, too many. Basically, yeah, it's fun to go into a theater and just look at all the posters around and then just count and just be like sequel, book, remake, book, sequel, book, like no original properties.
Well, because original properties don't make money the way that sequels and reboots do, because of hype.
Well, I think well, it's not just like brand recognition, but it's also just like I guess a guarantee. Because original properties, you have no fucking idea what you're gonna get. As a studio head, especially, because they don't understand art.
It's a gamble.
Yeah, so they just have to. I don't
Have
know.
you heard the reactions to Gods of Egypt? It's supposed to be like the next best, so bad it's good, it's a catastrophe. Like, it's
Let me look it up.
Ridley Scott
Gods
is
of
just
Egypt.
like he's.
no, that's Exodus, Gods and Kings.
Yeah, I didn't think that was Ridley Scott.
Apparently, Gerard Butler like has orange face, and he has a Scottish accent, but like.
Well, it's just like it's. Sorry, yeah, you're right. It's not. It's but it just reminded me of his newest movie. But it's just like he's. Sorry, I instantly went to Ridley Scott just because like I've been on a Ridley Scott like rant lately. Where
The Martian,
I'm really
like,
just
phlegm.
disappointed with him as a director. There's so much he's done wrong lately, and it really disgusts me.
Everything.
Like
The Martian was bad.
Yeah, The Martian was bleh, and
I didn't see The Counselor, but I heard that's awful.
Oh yeah, I heard that too. The Martian was like a 5 out of 10 movie for me. It was the most impatient 3-hour movie ever made. It was everything was like problem solution, problem solution, problem solution, problem solution. And it was 3 hours of like individually contained conflicts that lasted only ever like 5 to 10 minutes max.
It was like a
Like,
big.
oh, this is wrong. Oh, I fixed it. Oh, this is wrong. Oh, I fixed it. And nothing would like lead in to anything else. Like nothing was connected the entire story. It was like you could take a 40-minute chunk out of the center of the movie and you wouldn't even know that it's gone because it doesn't connect to anything else. Like it's just several different individual problems and solutions. Characters would literally just show up to solve a conflict and then
disappear.
and then just disappear forever. Like those Chinese characters that it cut to is like literally just cut to China. Oh, we owe them a favor. Let's send them this. Okay, and then never seen again.
Yeah.
It was the weirdest. Oh yeah, and then who was that?
Glover.
Yeah, Donald Glover. Literally same thing. Just shows up like,
It's like
if we get this to fly a certain way, we can get him. Okay, great, that's done, and then just gone. And everything's just so individually contained and ADHD. Sorry, I went on a little bit of a rant, but I guess that's what you guys want to see anyway.
But what was that new movie called? The Gods of Egypt.
Gods of Egypt.
Gods of Egypt.
Yeah, I'd like to maybe see it just for sheer yucks and fucks.
What bothered me about the
Yeah,
Martian
fucks.
is that the Martian was so like uncharacteristic. Like there's no like it would seem like any person you could just pay them and they would make it. Like it did not have any Ridley Scott touches on it at all.
Yeah.
It had
Hello?
Ridley Scott touches on it. Hi, in the sense that it was like, it seemed like everybody just did their first take. Every performance was like their first take, and some actors were really good doing their first take, and some actors were really not good. That's what it felt like every single performance in that movie.
Also, the trailer, because they literally were. I mean, you kind of know what's going to happen going into it. So, like when they reveal a very Like even 5 seconds, but it's very revealing what they show, and it bothered me.
Yeah, it was just a very mediocre movie. It was a very average movie that was not special in any way. It was a 5. So was Room. I really didn't like Room. Everybody thinks that it's amazing, and I just thought it was painfully average and also very held back. It's a little insulting to me when a film wants to tackle a subject that's supposedly so serious and like rape and kidnap and imprisonment and all that. And that's literally the overarching plot of the movie, but it's not done. None of it is justified through anything that's shown. None of it is even implied properly. It's literally just like, oh, we're going to play on the emotions that you already have based around these subjects. The movie is going to do nothing to earn these emotions. It's literally just going to be what you already have as an idea of rape, imprisonment, and kidnap. And I just... It felt like it was sugarcoating everything that it touched. And
my only thought on that would be is they're trying to like from the kid's perspective, so you would see it like inside the room. But I agree, it's like take that versus Girl with a Dragon Tattoo, like on how to deal with that.
Oh yeah, Girl with a it's not even that it needs to be like insanely graphic, but it needs to at least not be dancing around it.
Yeah, like ignoring it.
Know? I didn't even think the kid was that great. I didn't even think Brie Larson was that great. There was this Reddit thread that got upvoted that was like, oh, you think Leo had it tough? Well, Brie Larson isolated herself for a month to prepare for her role. And I'm like, well, it didn't show. And B, I mean, like, it's not that difficult to just not see other people for a month. I'd do it.
I'd rather have
Okay.
win for 45 years because that was pretty amazing. She was really,
Oh,
really
I
good.
love 45 Years. I thought that was great. Yeah.
She was fantastic.
Yeah, I'm glad that that's got a performance nomination.
But I feel like Brie Larson's gonna win just because like the Golden Globes also predict.
Yeah, she's probably gonna win. I just didn't. None of it was presented in a way that I found it to be realistic, and there were a lot of really cheesy moments, and it just got really boring and repetitive, and I wasn't invested, and I didn't feel like that it was realistic even, you know?
I still thought it was better than Spotlight. I hated Spotlight.
I still haven't seen it.
Oh, really? I've heard mixed opinions about
It's just to me, it's like a TV movie procedural. It's like the most aesthetically boring movie. It's overacting.
no.
I mean, the writing is good, but like
You know what? I'm not even surprised hearing that because the guy's other movies, I don't remember what they are, but I remember looking at them and thinking like, he doesn't really like. There's nothing else that he's made where he showed that he has talent. So
Win-Win.
this is a new thing.
I don't know.
What?
Did he do the movie Win-Win?
Yeah, I hated that movie.
But yeah, you know, Spotlight's totally overrated. It's just like it's fine and serviceable, and there's a good message or whatever. But it's the way it's done is just so bland.
I hated Win-Win. I couldn't even get past the first like 10 minutes. I just found it to be obnoxious. I don't even know if I could really like properly explain my hate for it.
When you
Is
say
Brooklyn or The Big Short good?
The Big Short was good. I don't think that it's Best Picture worthy, but it was good.
I think the editing in The Big Short's the best part about it. It's really good editing.
I have mixed feelings about the editing because it really tried to stand out and have a personality, but I don't necessarily think that it was great. And you know what? Some of those cutaways were actually terrible. I like that it tried to have a personality, but I feel like sometimes it really worked and sometimes it really didn't work.
The first one.
Sorry?
So I thought the first one was good, but as it went on, they kind of it strained. It was a little too much.
I didn't like the first one, the cutaway to the girl in the bathtub, because she was like, first, like, even as a gay dude, when she's like, oh, so I'm gonna explain how derivatives work and something, like, as as soon as it cuts to her, I'm like, wait a minute, what the fuck? And she's like, this is the only way you'll pay attention, and it's supposed to be a social commentary on just how people find it boring, and like, oh, you have to have a hot chick in a bathtub if they want to understand how the stock market works, or how Wall Street works. And myself and even the people around me, when I talked to them after the movie, I was like, that was more distracting. I felt like I didn't learn anything on that first one, and I was just wondering why I was looking at some naked girl in a bathtub. You know, I felt like it had the exact opposite effect of what it should have had.
I just wasn't expecting it. I guess it was kind of like I knew nothing, and I was like, all right, what the hell? And it was just kind of like that shock of it, like what? But I can see what you're saying.
Yeah, I felt like it was doing the opposite of what it said it was doing. It was part of the problem.
Yeah.
Christian Bale, didn't it?
Sorry?
He was nominated.
It's in Christian.
Nominated for Best Picture.
Best supporting.
Oh, best supporting actor.
Oh, really?
Christian Bale.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he was good in it. I'm not going to deny that. There were some really good performances in it.
How did they do the eye thing? How did they get his glass eye? That was distracting. That movie was funny.
I
But
don't remember what his glass eye looked like. Yeah, it was good. It was good. He had a cool personality and character, so I thought it was good overall. No major complaints with the movie. I just thought that it wasn't
Best picture worthy.
Yeah, I don't know. You got to fill up the nominations with something. And ever since
That's why The
2010,
Martian's
there's
there.
been like what 10 nominations now. Like how consistent has it been? Let's look up on Wiki right now, because the Oscar. I'm really hoping The Revenant wins again, but I'm scared that there's such a backlash of people ever since.
There's
At first it was like, oh, it's going to win, and now people are like, I don't know if it deserves to win, because I think that everybody agreeing about something is not a good thing.
There was an article, and I don't know who did this. It might have been Vice, and this is me just like assuming it because I remember reading it, but I forget who wrote it. There's an article that's like why The Revenant is the worst film ever, and you shouldn't like this movie. And it was just like it was so fucking like weird and going on this like.
I might have seen the same article, but was it the one where the guy was like, "This is about almost as worse as Birdman. It's the second worst movie ever made."
Yeah.
And like he was literally just ripping on every single movie he's ever made, and with no real substance or reason why.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. And then he said it's like The Revenant doesn't even deserve to be in the same category as The Martian and The Big Short. It's like, oh okay. It was really just laughable.
Mm.
Which
Just having an opinion, and then there's just being plain fucking wrong.
I just found the article
Wow.
on lead.com, so
Oh really?
yeah.
Ugh, I can't. But it's crazy that this weird backlash that's suddenly getting. Like everybody, I think a lot of people who saw it, even like the big party of people that we went and saw The Revenant with, like everybody hadn't seen it previously. It was opening night actually, at least in mainstream theaters, where we all watched it, and there was like probably only like one, maybe two people in our party that like were kind of like, but that was the worst they could do. Like that was the worst I feel like we could have gotten out of anybody, like as far as like ripping on it. And like it's not a movie without its faults. Like there are some weird like lip sync issues and
Oh yeah, there's a couple issues here and there. I feel like its benefits outweighed its flaws for sure. Also, one important thing that to note that I'm just realizing right now is like I don't know if I feel like the backlash against The Revenant started pretty much as soon as Red Letter Media made their video saying that Leo was the worst. And remember how pretty much everybody loved Boyhood until Red Letter Media made their 12 years Boyhood thing?
yeah.
It's like it took 12 years, and on that one I kind of agree with them because I mean I thought the movie was good, but I think that it was incredibly overrated also.
Yeah.
I don't like it's not going to be on my 2014 list. I'm going to watch it again for my 2014 list just in case, but I don't think that I'm going to include it just because I just didn't think it was amazing. I thought it was decent. But yeah, I feel like they're like the South Park of online movie reviews where as soon as they have something, their fan base is just so dedicated that it's like the word of God after that point. You know?
Yeah.
South Park had that influence over people for a long time where they would say something really political and then all of a sudden everybody would be saying it and it would be like, "Oh,
Mm.
I don't know." I like them. I like Red Letter Media a lot.
I
What?
think you should. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
What is the best Alejandro Inarritu film? But the best in your?
I would say Amores Perros, his first movie, is
Okay.
probably my favorite. I think that one just has the most like meat in every story. That one, and then I guess in second place would be Birdman. Those are my two favorites.
Yeah, I can't say which one I like more.
They're very different.
At the same time, I've seen Birdman far more times. I remember there was one day when I was still living at like my old place where I was like, I think I had Birdman playing on loop, and I was editing, and I think I must have watched Birdman 3 times in a row, and I really like that movie. It's like slowly becoming like one of my favorite films. I love like every ounce and every inch of that movie. Ugh, take every drop.
Take every inch, take it deep.
Great film. Mm. And fuck, man, it really made me. I already liked Michael Keaton, but man, did that movie make me like absolutely love him. And I feel like he should have gotten Best Actor. He pulled such a fucking good job in that movie.
Yeah, that was possibly the most disappointing Oscar.
Especially
I don't know if I
Red
want to
too.
call it a snub.
Oh,
You can literally see him like put his speech back in his pocket.
that's so
As
fucking
soon as-
sad. That's
yeah.
like watching my dad lose the Oscar. or
I
something
know,
like that.
it was
like,
everybody-
oh.
Everybody in the world wanted it except Eddie Redmayne. And then Eddie Redmayne just decided that he would he won that right after the Jupiter Ascending movie came out too, so that was fresh in everybody's mind also.
I'm just gonna be a fur fag right now and say that while I was down in Paris with my best friend.
Oh,
we
you saw Zootopia?
Yeah, we saw Zootopia, and it was cute. I mean, I'm a furry, so I'm obviously gonna
That's
enjoy
right.
it, like, regardless. It was really cute. I mean, yeah,
That's the
it was
extent
cute.
of that's the extent of the
It's
review.
cute. It is
So,
really
okay,
cute.
if
Like,
you
it's-
take the cuteness out of the movie, is it still a good movie? Is that just the
it's-
selling
I mean,
point? Is that like
yeah, no. I mean, it's fine. I guess it's fine.
Okay, because that's what
I
I'm
don't know
worried
how I
it
would.
would be.
I mean, I gave it a 6 on IMDb, but I don't know. Yeah, it's fine. I mean,
I
yeah,
feel like I'm
there's-
probably gonna give it a 5, but we'll see. I want to know when.
it's cute though. I mean, obviously,
I'm
obviously,
expecting
I'm gonna say that. Though.
I'm not. I feel like cute should be an expectation, and if it isn't, then I'll be extremely disappointed.
Wait.
Well, I
Well,
might
yeah,
even be
yeah,
disappointed
sure.
either way, but
Where are you from, actually?
Who? Me. From the
Yes.
UK.
UK. Okay, so when it came to the news announcer, was it a moose or was it somebody different? Was it a different animal?
The news announcer.
There was two.
I don't think any of
right?
them were mooses. I'm not sure. I can't remember. I really can't remember. Sorry. I can
think-
say though that it was Zootropolis and not Zootopia.
yeah,
It was Zootropolis, yeah. It is. Well, I mean, in Paris it's Zootopia, but yeah, we saw it in original language with French subtitles. Yeah,
somebody's asking about why I didn't like
it was cute. Whatever.
Fire as much as Jedi, and I think I had this conversation in my December Google Hangout. So I'm gonna leave it at that because
Okay.
I went on a rant about that, and the footage is there on the channel.
All I wanted to say was because I think what they're doing with the Zootopia is I think based on region, they're actually swapping out certain characters and having certain celebrities take place where there's like, and I think for Canada,
I don't know.
I think the Canadian release, they're having what's that announcer's name? That news anchor. He's really famous. Canadian.
I have no idea.
He plays a moose.
Oh, Don Cherry?
No.
Damn it.
And not the guy who plays opposite him. He's on CBS.
Peter Mansbridge?
Yes, Peter Mansbridge.
Oh no.
They have Peter's Mansbridge.
Peter's Manbridge.
Manspread as a moose. But I think what they're doing is like the American version is going to have somebody else, and they're swapping it out for a different animal. And I think that might be something that they're doing. We're not going to be able to tell because we're going to see the moose.
I mean, apparently
So you're saying that you're just speculating, or there's like some like I know there's some trailers where certain things are different.
Yeah.
But
It was like,
I'm wondering how much of the actual movie.
It was like Inside Out. They kept like based on the region, they swapped out what was happening in the dad's head for either soccer, hockey,
that's just
football, based on
silly.
region.
Soccer.
Sorry.
It's
So,
just silly.
so UK football, American football, or hockey, based on a region. So if it was the States, it was like
Oh yeah, I know that much.
Yeah, so like that's. I'm wondering if they're doing that with this movie as well.
I couldn't tell you. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did notice the Zootopia thing. Yeah.
That's funny. Change the name too.
Yeah, in the North Korean version of Inside Out, they replaced everybody inside the head with Kim Jong-un.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I'm gonna watch it again. I'll get the Blu-ray. Whatever.
Yeah, we'll see. What's funny is
I mean, fucking, there's so much like Rule 34 already, and I'm probably
I
gonna
know.
commission. I'm probably gonna commission. Well, I mean, I will commission.
it's not.
stuff,
I don't
so-
like small characters.
Yeah, sure. I mean, there are big.
I'm
there are.
sure.
There are definitely.
There's like tigers.
Yeah, there are definitely characters and animals that you will like aesthetically, for sure. I think.
There's gonna be apparently there's a bunch of furries that are like renting out theaters in San Francisco or other cities that will literally, while Zootopia is playing, just have like a furries only theater watching, which sounds hilarious. And I know some people that are trying to do it here, but the people that are trying to do it here are like incredibly unorganized and they'll never do it. Like I know the people that are trying to do it here and they don't even know what the fuck they're doing.
Of course.
So
Basically,
Can you imagine how weird it must be with like children going to the theater for the first day, and then there are a bunch of people in fursuits with them?
yeah, exactly. What's even funnier is that in this city, the exact same weekend that the movie opens is a furry convention in this city.
Oh
So
god.
that's gonna be funny. So like I'm imagining that people are literally going to like leave the convention and go see the movie and come back or something.
At the end
there's
of the
no
might
way
be
that
people
won't
in-
happen.
Oh yeah,
That's-
exactly.
yeah.
I already know some people that are doing it.
At the end of the day, it's really no different than when we went and saw Deadpool, and there were so many people dressed up as Deadpool, and like.
And then Boba.
Yeah, that one guy dressed up as Boba Fett with a giant diaper, and he just kept staring at me.
What?
He's like, "Oops, Boba made a boom boom." And I'm like, "Stop! I'm trying to see this fucking movie," and he just wouldn't stop.
Yeah, he was there in Star
He's-
Wars.
Yeah, he was there at Star
He's been
Wars.
following him around for years.
He just knows which shows I'm going to, and he always shows up. We went to the Wit. He was there, right front row. He just kept staring at me. Like, you couldn't see his expression because he had the Boba mask on. He just kept saying, "Boba made a boom boom" at the quiet parts. I was like, "Stop!" And he kept stinking out the theater because he was literally filling his diaper. And
Oh.
it was just disgusting. Like, what a horrible man. No more Boba. If you're watching this, because I know you're watching this, stop Boba.
Hashtag no more Boba.
No more Boba boom booms.
Actually, I think I'd like what he actually said to be a hashtag Bobo made a boom boom.
I'd like to think that there's Rule 34, like Boba and like diapers. And
Probably.
shit.
There's
I
probably.
know there
Sure
has
there
to
is.
be. Rule 34. It exists.
Wouldn't you love to see fan fiction of that? Just like zoom in real quick. It's like, and then he caressed Boba's face, and Boba said softly, "Boba made a boom boom."
What if there is? If there wasn't, there is now.
There has to be now. See,
Wow.
this is-
Yeah, someone will make it.
This is why I hate.
You just made it.
Yeah.
That's true.
You're responsible.
This is why I hate the fact that I can't draw and I'm not a good animator or anything, because I would just do that all day.
Yeah, if if I could draw, then like all the commissions for like Rule 34 that I get, I would just for the most part just do it myself.
Here, if
I
I could
just
just
fulfill it to
draw-
my heart's content.
It's true. If
I
I
could
if
save
had
so
some
much
decent
money.
talent-
I wish I could animate. I feel like oh god, I
Yeah, if I
Nice.
could
focus.
animate as
I
well.
feel like there we go. I feel like my creativity would flourish more if I could animate. There's so many ideas of
Yeah,
things in my head where I'm just like, this would be hilarious, but it's not practical at all to film, you know. And a lot of the time, especially if it involves pre-existing characters, if I could animate, I would have so much more under my belt in terms of like actual creative writing and shorts.
Well, I think the hardest part about animating is just, getting the software, because that's the most expensive part. If you're going to
Wow.
do Flash or something.
Yeah.
It depends
Uh,
quality.
that's the one reason why I like Mark M or Sick Animation, because his style is absolute garbage, but he makes up for it in content. Like he has like his bare bones animation, but like his stuff is actually genuinely funny, and he like does the most with like what little work he put he's talented. It's just like he's not the best drawer or animator in the world, but he does the best with he can. Like there's
who are you talking about?
Mark M, Sick Animation. I don't know. I reference him a lot, but I still don't think you know who that is.
Do you know who the Odd Ones Out comic is?
No.
No.
Okay,
No idea.
you don't have to, but my point is that he uses like no animation software. He uses like Paint Tool, Sai. He uses
Yeah.
completely different software, and he makes it look like it was made in Flash. So it's not always that you have to use Flash or some animation thing. As long as you know what you're doing when you draw, I think that's what's important.
There's a very talented animator that only ever does brony shit, and the YouTube channel name is Two Snacks, and they have a show called Super Best Sisters Play, and they animated the Super Best Friends as like the two ponies, Princess Celestia and something else that I don't know what it is because I
Probably
don't
Luna.
know.
Princess
I'm gonna watch it
Luna.
right
But
now.
actually, it's so well done. It's so good animation, and they use After Effects to animate it. And yeah, they only posted like 4 of them, and they haven't done anything for so long. But they're very, very talented.
I think I know what you're talking about actually.
I'm watching it right now. Oh my god, this is good.
It is good. It's great.
But you're right. It's
Very
all
underrated
all
YouTube.
brony.
Yeah, it's all brony shit, but it's really good. It's one of the few things where it's something that's brony, but also good. I don't really like the show. You know what's really funny? So I was watching an H3H3 video.
I love them.
It was on the Ethan and Ela channel, and I was literally just going through. It was called Obsessed with Pac-Man and Bronies, and I guess the Bronies part was just like the bit at the end of the video. And when I got to it, it was like I was like, this was just before bed, like 3 nights ago or something, and it got to the part with the brony, and they were like, it showed the guy in like his brony dakimakura in the background of his room or whatever, and it showed his face, and I burst out laughing because I know that person. I was like, this is Finn, and I know this person that they were making fun of in this video, and I was having a blast. And it was so short. It was so short too. And he's not a bad guy, but he does.
He's just a horrible human being.
He does it was the part where he was just like, I don't know, people are judgmental. It's not that weird. I don't know why people think it's weird. And then it just shows him like walking around in the city in a giant like pony costume, which is hilarious. He's not a bad guy. He's funny. But I thought it was hilarious seeing somebody that I actually knew on that shit. And now I want to watch the full clip. Now I want to watch whatever they got it from. But I clicked the link in the description and it was like set to private. So I hope that I can find it at some point. If anybody knows, if anybody has a link to that video, I'll post the link to their video, to
Sure.
Ethan and Ela's video in chat. And if anybody can find the link to the original source material, it shows up literally at the brony part shows up literally at the end of it. Let me just copy.
I already have it up. It shows up at like 8 minutes 25 seconds.
Yeah. So I'll post this in both chats. And if somebody can find me the original...
Is it the one with the giant Applejack suit?
Yeah.
You know what's funny is I think I've seen that before, that video. It was like in
I almost
some
feel like
cringe
I've seen it
channel.
before, and somehow it just, like, I forgot about it.
It was
I don't
some
know.
cringe channel thread or something like that.
I don't know. But I know that person, and I don't know if I've seen that video before or not, but for whatever reason, I just, like...
It just
like, I had...
got you.
I don't know. I feel like if I saw that video before, I would have also remembered it, but maybe I just repressed the whole experience.
Help.
Oh,
that's sweet.
I don't know, Nix. Why not? Should I not be?
What?
I'm responding here and there to comments in the chat also, because we got things going on.
Yeah.
Oh, Nick's face is in.
Yeah. I showed up on a stream that he did with Armored Skeptic once, and I literally just showed up and it ended like a minute after I showed up. So that's all I saw. But
I like that guy.
yeah, he's cool. Him and June are like almost borderline annoying cute internet couple, but they are cute.
They are cute.
They're a cute couple, but they're borderline pushing it.
They're just so.
I love them. They're great.
They're just so fucking bubbly that
Yeah.
they could like carbonate the ocean. It's they're just
Everybody needs to be alone so I can feel better about myself.
exactly.
No relationships allowed.
They're making me jelly of something I'll never have. But I mean, I will have with my Scott Stapp pillow, but that's just not normal. No one will ever accept me.
I'm trying to work on an unkindness shit. I'm really trying. I'm constantly like restructuring my plan of attack though. So I'm literally Caden from Synecdoche. And it'll be like 23 years and I'll have like the perfect album. Some of the songs in it are 10 years old. I'm not even kidding. I'm basically Caden.
You're like, I've been working on this for like 3 weeks. It's been 10 years.
It's been 23 years, Adam.
Oh!
Whatever. Fuck it. I love how he just kind of like scoffs it off. I love how he's just like not relevant and just continues on with his day.
And then no one will buy it.
But that's not the point. I mean,
I know.
something that I'm happy with. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
release it for free on YouTube when it's done anyway. There's a, I'm not gonna say which band, but there's a legit band that is currently recording a cover of one of my songs, and I'm very excited for that. And I might just use that as a bit of a launching point for my own project. Because if I can have that under my belt and say like this actual band, like legit, like a real band that's been in like the top 40s at some point, but I'm not gonna say what year. I'm not gonna say the band, but I'm very excited for that. I'm really hoping that.
A pretty big.
Yeah,
big
they're
band.
covering my song Fragments because the guitarist from that band watches my film reviews and found my music through there.
Oh, neat.
But yeah, I'm very excited for that. And if that happens and it turns out to be like a decent big thing, either way, I'm gonna be able to say like I wrote that song and it's like a real song. So
Sure, yeah.
I might use that as like a launching off point for like a Kickstarter for an album or to see if I can get it professionally recorded, because that would be ideal. You know, I as much as I am kind of looking towards home recording, and I've started at that too. I feel like I want a really professional sound, and even if I'm home recording it, there are going to be several instruments that I will have to get at a studio either way. I can record guitar and bass, like electric and acoustic guitar, and maybe my vocals at home, but there's no way that I could do piano at home. As much as I love my electric Yamaha, just having an electric keyboard on an album is just disgusting to me. I'm too much of a purist. I would hate the way that it sounds.
What you do is you go to a hotel with a little baby grand, and you just like put the mic to it and just play, and they're like, "Get out of here, leave this place." You just do it live. Do it guerrilla style, dude.
Blue Sir, you should post those links in the YouTube chat because
Yeah.
people can't. You're literally only posting this
I know. I mean, really, like.
furry porn in.
I
with,
tried
like, the
to click
7
on it. It said
patrons.
forbidden. Is this?
Oh
Without
yeah,
actually clicking
yeah.
on it.
I suspected that would happen. Hang on.
I wouldn't
hang on.
recommend clicking on it. Just
Yeah.
Hang on. Hang on, man.
I haven't even clicked on it, but
It doesn't look promising.
URL.
Considering the URL says carrot
Yeah,
Zootopia
carrot
Fox
Zootopia
Post,
Fox.
viewed small.
I wonder if we're gonna do
Oh,
Dot JPEG.
dear.
I heard rabbits like carrots.
Yeah,
Uh.
it's good for your eyesight, like bleach.
Like bleach is good for your innards.
Yeah. What was the first Red Letter Media review I watched? I think it was a Star Trek one.
Yeah.
I think I started out with Star Trek, and then they did Star Wars. I was watching them before they posted their Phantom Menace review, I think. They were doing Star Trek ones before that, and I'm pretty sure I was on board with that for a while.
Okay, here it is. And yeah, no, fuck posting it on YouTube because that shit could potentially get me in a lot of trouble.
That's funny. Well, I'm not gonna click. If you want me to click on it, I'll click on it later.
It's fucking. Well, it's well drawn, so whatever.
I regret clicking on it, so I'm just.
Okay, fine. But this is the last one. 403 forbidden. Well, let's try this second one.
The second link works, but you'll regret it.
Yeah, this is about what I expected. I've been on the internet.
Oh, it's
No
blocked.
harm done.
I've gotten 3 commissions from that artist actually.
Congratulations.
Yep.
Is it all Zootopia related?
No, it's a while back.
Disney related?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I think I've shown you some of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
He's
send me these things here and there.
He's a
They're
pretty
interesting.
great artist.
I don't
As you
like
can see
critters
for
though.
yourself.
I know. It's like they're too small.
What's up?
They're too small critters.
Oh yeah.
Not
He
my-
does. He mainly does small. Yeah, critters.
I only like spider girls.
Mary Jane.
That's not okay.
I haven't seen Space Cop. It's got a 6.4 on IMDb. What?
This is actually very relevant to this image and another one which I'll link now. Bad Dragon.
Yes.
Yeah, these images are made for a promotional material for like some of their toys.
I'll click on them later though, because I did.
If you just go to I'm gonna just post this one.
You
'cause
can,
this is the other one.
link them in like Twitch chat tomorrow. Tomorrow's my stream too.
I'll just post this one if whoever wants to see it. But yeah, it's Bad Dragon stuff.
It's hilarious. Yeah, some people are saying Space Cop was bad. I haven't seen it yet, so I can't comment on it.
We should just watch it, have a movie night.
Well, yeah, there's a million things that we need to watch, but the Oscars are tomorrow, so I feel like we should watch some Oscar movies tonight while I write up the rest of my
What haven't you seen?
I have a plan, by the way. Anybody who's listening and is interested about the Sunday stream tomorrow, I think what we should do is play Mass Effect 2, get an early start on that, and then I think about like maybe 2 hours through the game or something, maybe 3, I'll be able to get to the point where I can just literally mine on planets and just like it's this really mindless, tedious task of mining for resources that I can do, and then if we can find a way to watch the Oscars at the same time, I can stream myself mining that shit and just not even think about what's happening on the screen while I'm commenting on the Oscars. and we can do like a Oscars commentary
Why
again.
don't you just play Minecraft? You cuck.
Someone got muted, and I think it was because you could hear my echo through.
Yeah.
Fluff enough, you got muted just because of the echo. I didn't mute you, but somebody muted you.
Yeah, you can just mute
Um,
random people, which is interesting.
Yeah, last year I was
Give me a
playing
sec.
Red Dead
Let me put on
Redemption while I
headphones
was.
so that won't be a problem.
Okay, no worries. Yeah, last year I was playing Red Dead Redemption while I was doing an Oscars commentary. So pretty much just like bending the rules of Twitch, but not really. I wasn't breaking the rules of Twitch. I wasn't streaming anything of the Oscars, just my commentary on the Oscars. So if anybody wants to
That's
watch
fine.
the Oscars with me in their ear reacting to things 20 seconds after they happen,
Whoa.
then feel free to leave my Twitch on while you watch, I guess.
Yeah.
What is my best fave to work on YMS?
Does this work? Real quick.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Whoa.
That is considerate. Does anybody in this video call also have any questions or comments? Also,
I had one in the chat that I never really got. So what are your thoughts on Oscar bait? You know, those movies that try way too hard to win an Oscar and don't do it.
so, well, let's think about what would be a part of that category this year.
Danish
The Danish Girl. Yeah, I haven't even seen it, but I feel like I agree with you already.
The Lovely Bones was definitely one.
Really?
Yeah, it was totally
It
trying.
was such a mess.
It didn't. It just because it didn't do well doesn't mean it wasn't trying.
Yeah, just because it wasn't successful Oscar bait.
The theory of everything was fine, but it's total Oscar bait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still haven't seen that. I want to see it just so I can finally have an opinion on Eddie Redmayne's Oscar-winning performance. But
It's good, but
And there was another like really popular one. There was another really
21
popular one
grams.
like
What an Oscar bait.
what was the one with the black butler and
Lee Daniels.
I think it was literally just called The Butler, right?
Yeah, the
yeah,
Butler.
that's
Because they couldn't get a copyright.
What?
There was a copyright from a 1920s movie called The Butler, and some studio was like, nope, you can't make it.
Oh, like so they called it like Lee Davis is the Butler or something?
Lee Daniels.
Lee Daniels.
The Butler. And I love the fucking trailer. That was so funny. That one scene where like Oprah's screaming at like the actor who plays her son. He's like, Dad's just a fucking butler. And he's like, this butler put food on your table. It's like, oh my god. It's
I
like they
have no
actually
reason to
said
see it.
They actually said like the one. Oh.
That was like the same year as 12 Years as a Slave, right?
What?
Was
Yeah,
that the
same
same year
year.
as 12 Years a
Yes.
Slave? Because 12 Years as a Slave was amazing.
It's crazy.
And it's just like, yeah.
Yeah, like 12 Years a Slave was fucking. Oh my god, that was an amazing movie. People called that Oscar bait. That was like.
People don't understand Steve McQueen. Like, when people watch a movie, or when people assume things about a movie like that and just look at the trailer, they're like, well, this was about slavery. Clearly, it's just manipulative and Oscar trash, and nothing's actually good about it. But none of those people, clearly none of those people have ever seen a Steve McQueen movie in their lives.
because here's the thing. Okay,
You should understand.
there's a difference between Oscar bait and a movie just trying to win an Oscar. Like, you can make a
He's
movie
not trying to win an Oscar. He tried to make a really great movie, though.
that too, but
You can't just assume that just because a movie tried really hard that it's trying to win something. You know,
'cause
a
you
lot
can
of
still-
movies work independently of that. The fact that Brad Pitt produced it, maybe there was some Oscar-leaning implications, but
I can't understand actually because I think it's when a lot of movies.
sorry, we kind of interrupted you. Too.
Okay, no, actually, go ahead.
What were you saying before I interrupted you?
Me or who?
Whoever was talking, I don't remember your name. I wasn't looking at who was talking.
Well, nobody's talking, so.
Oh,
I'm just
shit,
gonna jump
okay.
in. I was just gonna say that it does kind of seem that like I think what also could qualify as Oscar bait just in general is something that deals with a historical or touchy subject, and it's kind of like the subject is what is it's supposed to tug on your heartstrings, and it's supposed to and I can understand I can understand actually when somebody kind of would say, oh, 12 Years a Slave is Oscar bait because it's dealing with a sensitive subject, and it's like like I can kind of understand that, but it just by itself is a very good movie. That I don't know. It's sort of if it's Oscar bait, it's very good and well deserved of its awards and accolades.
It's very good and well deserved Oscar bait, basically. If it is.
I can almost agree on that. Yeah, that it kind of is, but
There's also
at least it
an infographic somewhere. I guess I'm looking at one right now, but there's the amount of Oscar winners that have won for playing a real character, like a real life person, by doing a non-fictional character performance, is really, really high. I'm not sure the exact percentage, but there's a few infographics on the internet that just show just a giant amount of Oscars go to people who play real life.
The top 3 in the top 10 failed Oscar movies of the 21st century on IMDb is Diana, Alexander, and J. Edgar. All people, like all biographies of people.
Oh, and there's that Grace of Monaco one that was supposed to come out, but just got trashed with what's her name? I'm not forgetting her name right now.
Nicole Kidman?
Nicole Kidman, there you go, yeah.
I wonder if Steve Jobs was Oscar bait. I haven't seen that yet either.
I think it is. It's
the
good.
first one, yeah, with Ashton
no.
Kutcher. What? Or
We're talking about the
newest one? Even the old one was
the Danny Boyle one.
Boyle one. How could you cast Ashton Kutcher
Because
in a
he
movie
looked-
series?
because he
They
looked
do look
like
the
him when he was
same, but I
younger.
mean,
That's all.
that's it. You can't just have somebody like similar looks
I know.
dictating whether dictating the success of your movie.
Like the script in Steve Jobs is like the most Aaron Sorkin-y script I think he's ever written, but it's still really good. It's not amazing, but I enjoyed it.
I'm glad that they're at least looking at Steve Jobs as kind of an asshole. And
Wait, he's a huge dick in the movie. Like,
he is. Like
That's funny.
even though he is kind of the best thing that happened to Apple, and him dying too was the worst thing that could have happened to Apple. But like he's still a prick. I don't know.
I'm not gonna spoil anything, but they're just it's very tonally consistent in that approach to him up to a certain point. That's all I'm gonna say. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll watch it at some point.
Oh wait, Adam, did you see the Polish movie called Ida?
Not yet, but I'm watching that for my 2014 thing.
That was like my favorite movie that came out.
There's a few movies that I have not seen yet for my honestly, I cannot guarantee this for sure, but I feel like my 2014 list might be my longest one yet.
Oh.
Because I already have like a good list. The list that I have right now based on the movies that I've seen is already like a normal sized like 15-ish movie list, but I still have like another 150 movies to see. And of those, yes, most of them will be absolute trash, but in there is like Ida and also The Tribe and Phoenix and like just these Criterion movies that exist, and everybody's talking as though they're amazing and that I'll love them. So I'm hoping that they all turn out to be fantastic. A few of the ones that I'm looking forward to seeing. But yeah, I'm very excited to get through the rest of these because it's looking like 2014 is actually like an insane year, and I didn't even realize it.
I had a question that I completely forgot to ask within the first few minutes of this call. So, how do you rip the movies for your review videos?
Various ways. There are various ways to do it, but I have a Blu-ray ripper and a program called Any DVD Flyfox, and I also have Sliceoff. There's a logo of a fox.
Yeah. Speaking of, I just have to cut in and say rip Sliceoft.
What?
Rip Sliceoft.
My Firefox crashed. I don't know what the hell just happened.
Go to Sliceoft is no more. Yep. I'm assuming you maybe, I don't know. Adam?
I think he's crashed out on us.
Damn.
Yeah, I don't think he liked the news. I don't think he knew, and then he was like, well, shit. Yep, he didn't like the news.
I'll just pretend he's playing a joke on us, and he's just being really still.
Like Unfriended.
And not breathing either. Just
In the laundry room with the phone.
Yeah.
wouldn't it be great if he comes back on and then his hands in a blender and
The glitch just typed.
He just keeps magically teleporting all over the place.
yeah. He's like choking on a microphone because don't forget you need to establish that first.
Right.
Of course.
Or there's a virus and he's trying to get rid of it and is just emptying the trash without anything else.
Or he's getting beaten to death by a fry box.
Oh, guys, I've got to know, is Zodiac good?
Yeah, it's really good.
From 2007? Or
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good.
Just where I am, it's really hard to get uncensored movies.
Oh no, you have to get the uncensored version. I think it's one of David Fincher's best movies, and it's not that crazily violent. It's just in the certain murder scenes that it is pretty violent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Like, I can't see movies like The Holy Mountain. I can't buy it. I
Really?
can't see, because obviously, I'm guessing there's nudity in it, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
like some weird
What?
violence.
Where are you?
Singapore, so yeah, it's extremely strict. Like,
Oh, yeah.
do you know the movie Super
Don't you get
High?
arrested if you spit on a sidewalk or something like that?
Oh, if you chew chewing gum and then like spit it
Can
down,
you invite me back in?
you can get.
Guys, had you Adam just asked me to invite him back in? Like, how do you do that?
Excellent question.
Yeah. Wait, you can can you go to the invite? Wait, can you go to the invite more section? Do you have permission to do that? And send me a link.
I just got a new email. Do we? Oh no.
I guess I could I just like give him the boys, I have to create another. Wait, hang on. Wait, would that work? Work.
So wait, who's moderating this call now?
He's
No
asking me
idea.
something. Wait,
The glitch. The glitch is moderating it.
wait.
Everyone, hands up the keyboard.
He's just talking to me. He said,
It's really bad because like 5 out of 6 of us don't have webcams on, so it's really hard to tell.
I could put mine on, but I don't know. Screen share, chat, Google Effects, control room. I don't think I can add
Like,
anyone.
hear us on YouTube, or is it like just totally off?
Leave call settings. Just bandwidth. No, I don't see anything. Oh, he joined.
Hey,
Yeah.
there he is.
Hey.
Just type.
Hey!
Wait,
Glitch just typed. Thank you. We made it.
We were just trying to resolve a crisis over here.
Yeah.
did the link I give you work?
Yes.
Okay,
Hold on,
yeah, 'cause
now
I-
I'm
okay.
I'm trying to separate the window in Firefox, which is a little difficult. I don't know. Give me a
So,
second.
I guess
It
what
might drop out and come back in again. That was stupid.
What-
Give me a second.
where I
This is a separate window, and I have to open a new window. So I'm gonna be right back.
okay.
Here we are again.
Well, that was short-lived.
Well, the solution was as easy as just giving him the URL. Yep.
What other movies are banned for your?
In Singapore?
Yeah.
On Netflix, Super High Me is R21. I'm guessing because of the marijuana use in Singapore, it's legal to smoke marijuana. I don't know. Any movie with like gay sex in it,
Hey
Yeah.
everybody,
weed in it. Oh, hi.
I'm back.
Oh,
Something about
We're
gay
talking
sex.
about gay sex and weed.
Okay,
Just-
so everybody. So the hangout's still going. I think this is fine. Okay.
just
All right, success.
yeah. Sorry, just
I almost started a new hangout, but then I realized that I might be able to come back in.
so
that
you
was
messaged me.
dumb. That was really weird. I don't understand how that happened.
Okay.
Just
anyways,
sorry.
It was Lara Barnes.
that fucking gross.
Just to end what I was saying last time, yeah, because you brought up Slice Off, yeah, rip Slice Off. They're no more.
Oh. Well,
Yeah, they're
I
no
have their
more.
thing.
Yeah. If you want the newest version of any DVD HD, if you go on the forums, there's a link there, a direct link which is official, which it will give you the last version for it. Yeah, it's on there.
Oh wow.
Yeah, rip Slice Off, they're no
Now, I
more.
guess, or what?
They got taken out. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm almost not surprised because I mean,
No, I'm not.
what's shitty about that though is like there's the implication that people are using it for piracy, and yet I'm using it for a completely legitimate reason.
I'm using it to play. I'm using it to play fucking Region A.
Oh yeah, that's also so stupid. Is
Blu-rays.
I've also been using this program to circumvent these stupid
Region.
what is it called? DMR? No, DRM.
DRM.
Using it with a Halo weapon. DRM implementations like I have this software called Power DVD that I paid like
Yeah.
$100
Yeah.
or $200 for, legally purchased this software.
Yeah.
And then I play a Blu-ray on my computer, and it's like, oh, excuse me, but we're not going to play it because your HDMI is plugged into something that we can't tell what it is, and so we think you're recording it, even though you're literally just, it's plugged into a fucking monitor. So I'm like, well, fuck this. So I use my any DVD, and it just circumvents that. So I'm able to watch a legally purchased physical media disc on my legally purchased computer on legally purchased software. I have to use this other bullshit in order to just play what I bought. I bought it. Like, what the fuck? I'm so mad about DRM. It's so ridiculous. And the fact that Sliceoft is done now, like that's
Yeah, rip.
What's
Sad, but
what's weird is pirating a movie would be like downloading it or getting it from somewhere for free. But
and you don't have those issues there.
if you have the DVD, I don't see that. If you have the DVD, you didn't get it. The illegal thing is you getting that DVD for free, not you using the DVD and putting it on your computer.
it's just on the topic of that as well, like, because I'm in the UK, so it's Region B down here, but I have a pretty big Criterion Collection so far, like,
exactly.
and it's Region A, right?
Region A.
And I use any DVD for that, and it's like it's now I'm gonna have to find, like, because I mean any DVD is still gonna work for what I've got, hopefully, and it's
I'm the
but
same way with the Eureka Masters of Cinema collection. These are all Region B, but they're really good.
Yeah, and it's like, and I bought all of those. I mean, you can see I linked the list in the thing. I bought all of those, and it's like, well, and it's like, it's just, I fucking region coding. It's so dumb.
It's such bullshit. It's so anti-consumer and counterintuitive. Because you're providing more incentive for people to pirate your material. You're saying, hey, if you don't want to deal with this bullshit that only comes when you're watching a legally purchased Blu-ray on legally purchased software, then just pirate it. Okay, fuck, Jesus. I spent like hundreds of dollars on this shit just so you can tell me that I can't watch it because you think that I'm trying to steal it. Fuck off. It's such bullshit. It's really like Hollywood is driving people away from buying their own products. They are their own worst enemy when it comes to what they claim to be against. It's bull.
Because they're pretty much just putting a borderline saying, well, if you want to do this, this is the only legal way to acquire this, and this is the only legal way to use it.
Their DRM hurts consumers. It does not hurt pirates. When you pirate something, you don't have to deal with DRM. It's that simple. When you pirate something, there is no DRM. If you're the initial person that broke the code, then maybe it was a little bit of a chore for you to figure out how to remove the DRM. But for the pirates, like the people that are downloading it, they don't think about that. They just download it. You're making their product a better product by making your sellable product worse.
Yeah, people
So-
are always going to gravitate to whichever method is easier to obtain what they
Not
want.
just- yeah, convenience. It's a better product.
Yeah.
That's why streaming video like Netflix and download through iTunes and all that shit. That's why it's replaced physical media. I still love physical media and I want to have my collection and be a big nerd, but at the same time, like the reason why people are being driven away is because of all the bullshit that they've done with this physical media.
Yeah.
Precisely.
Criterion doesn't even have like stupid commercials or things that say, "Oh, by the way, don't steal," blah blah blah. Like,
Yeah,
the
it's
region
just-
locking is bad.
Yeah.
Like that's annoying, but that's more just to do with
More legal protection and just covering our asses and such.
not really. Well, I mean, the licensing is so stupid because as the Eureka Masters of Cinema Blu-rays say, if you try to put them into a Region A player, they say
Yeah.
books and music are not region locked. Why should movies be?
Yeah. That, I mean,
Oh.
yeah.
They literally
okay.
just say, sorry that we have to do it, but we have to do it because of stupid licensing bullshit. And it's so true because it's like music and books are also art forms, and you can make the exact same arguments about
Yeah.
those that you could with
Yep.
movies. There's no argument that exists for why movies should be region locked that you can't also apply to a CD or a book.
Very true.
So I don't understand that. I don't understand that at all. It's just so stupid and counterintuitive. It makes people buy less shit. If you're saying that something only exists in one region, a Blu-ray only exists in one region, then you're gonna download it because somebody ripped it. When a pirate rips it and puts it on the internet, they're making it region free. You're not selling me the product I want to buy, and then you're claiming that I'm stealing your product. They're not offering the same product. You're not offering me what I want to buy. It's bullshit.
Yeah, because I know a pirating website that I will admit I go to sometimes, but it's not like a download.
Oh no.
5-0.
It's not like a downloading one. It's like a streaming one.
Yeah.
And it's one of those websites where it's like it's unusable unless you have ad block.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they tend to be that.
Wait,
But-
What's piracy?
Fuck.
speaking
What's
of Criterion, a little bit of a side thing. Did anyone see the flash sale, the Criterion flash sale that just happened?
Yes, I used it to. I did the most economic thing possible during that flash sale, and I purchased 2 of the big packs. So I got the Scotsy collection,
Yeah.
or the Cotsy, however you pronounce it, Cotsy collection, and the 3 Colors trilogy, which everybody's been asking me to see for forever. So I saved a good like $30 each on those, I think.
I've seen blue and red. They're both really good. I haven't seen white, but I'll probably. I don't know why I skipped white. Yeah, I have no idea. I just went blue, red, skip white. I don't know.
I got The Graduate, The Killing, and The Innocents. I got those 3.
I have The Graduate on the way. I've been meaning to see it for quite some time, so I figured, fuck it, I'll just do it now.
And I usually trust like Criterion, but I got Tokyo Drifter and I hated it. I really didn't like Tokyo Drifter.
Oh, I don't trust Criterion. I have to research the
Tokyo
movies before I
Drift.
get them.
No.
I'm like, dude, this
No,
is
I
the
mean,
best.
I know that there are Criterion movies that I do disagree with like immediately, but like I usually I agree with like the choices they have, but the one thing that I saw that was amazing was Lady Snowblood. You gotta get the complete.
I got
Lady
it.
Snowblood.
I got it. I haven't watched. Go on.
It's literally like every single frame of Kill Bill is taken from Lady Snowblood. I mean, I love Kill Bill.
Interesting.
Like,
Lady Snowblood.
Yeah, Lady. Part 1. Yeah.
and then there's
It's Kill Bill is. Yeah, it's heavily inspired by.
it's hilarious, and it's also like visually really like well done. So it was great.
I need to get on
I'll
watching
check
it. Yeah, I have it though.
Somebody's asking if I've gone through depression / an existential crisis. Yeah. And
Daily.
if there's anything that's helped me overcome it, it's been music, because that's a way that I can express myself and how I feel. So that's the easiest answer, but I don't want to talk all day about it. I have not seen Possession from 1981.
I heard that's crazy.
Oh yeah, and Nick, to answer your question earlier that I didn't get to, I'm not going to invite you into this Patreon Hangout call, because this is for my my patrons, even though I'm streaming it to my channel. But if you wanted me to come on to a hangout with you someday, then I can join. But yeah, otherwise it's not. It's I would feel bad because these are people that like support me and paid to be here. I don't know if you're on my Patreon or not, but anyway. So I'm not just gonna invite random YouTube people onto the call because that's not what this is for.
Oh, Adam, I was wondering, like, what's your thought on De Palma, like De Palma movies? Because he's some in Criterion too.
Can you name some for me? Because I know I've seen
Like
some of them.
Blowout, Dress to Kill, Carrie, The Untouchables. Body Double. That's not that good though.
Yeah, I know who he is. He's made some really shitty horror movies, hasn't he?
Kind of. Like more like in the '90s, he did some crappy stuff. But
Let me take a look.
Everyone did crap in the 90s.
Yeah.
Brian De Palma.
Fuck.
So
Criterion.
I'm gonna assume my webcam isn't working.
It's not. It says.
Flip broadcast.
yeah, you know what? There's a million movies from him that I've been meaning to see, and none that I've actually seen.
He's a great director.
So it's one of those things where it's just I'm surprised that I haven't even. I'm really surprised that I still haven't. I've seen Mission Impossible.
That's not his most.
I know. You don't even have
What
to
about
say that. Like,
Scarface and The Untouchables?
I almost watched Scarface. Scarface is one of those movies where I've had several opportunities to see it, and then just by sheer happenstance, I just haven't.
It's not incredible,
I watched the opening credits, and then I had to run somewhere, and then I just didn't. I never finished it.
But the score is also interesting. I forget that guy's name. What?
You probably watched like the first like
2 seconds, yeah.
The 3 hours.
Yeah. It's a good movie. I like it. It's just I love the era, and I love it's a little slice of the 80s.
The montage to push it to the limit is incredible.
It's so fucking good. It's like I love how he keeps going back to the bank, and the banker's just like, I can't launder all this. like I can't handle all this money. It's just too much.
Then they go to the tiger, like the chained up tiger.
He gets married, and then he's instantly like, "Hey, everybody, let's go check out my tiger." Everything about that movie is so good. I love it. It's but like there's that constant every time Scarface, like I remember being
he freaked out.
And Scarface always comes up, but they compare it to which there's always that debate which is better, Goodfellas or Scarface.
I saw Goodfellas recently.
I'm more on the side of Goodfellas.
Yeah.
Me personally, I think it's.
I think the Scarface is more just entertaining and cheesy, whereas I feel like Goodfellas is just very
solid movie.
Yeah.
It was funny because like the class that I was in was completely like split down the middle, divided. But the people who loved Scarface probably didn't even see Goodfellas, and not only that, they were like kind of like Guido, like macho, like dude bros.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
they're like, oh, there's too much talking in Goodfellas. Like what? Like only like fucking people die. There's no giant shootout.
Yeah, it's weird. Scarface has a weird like contingent of its fan base that is kind of douchey.
I was about to use that exact word. It's
like I don't know what it is about that movie, but it does attract.
I don't know. No comment.
It's very accessible, and it has a lot of like. It's overly violent. Like there's incredible amounts of drug use in the movie and whatnot. So it's like.
A lot of people gravitate to it when it's really funny that like a lot of these people gravitate to it and they love like the character of Tony.
The tiger.
Tony the Tiger.
Tony the Tiger.
There's a tiger in it. I wonder if he named it Tony. There's my fucking tiger, man.
TV edits of Scarface, like with the words they use to replace it.
Oh no, TV edits are the best.
Instead of like, this sounds like a big pussy waiting to get stuffed. Like, this sounds like a giant pineapple just waiting to get stuffed. It's something like that. It's hilarious.
Stuffing pineapples. He's a chef.
I love TV edits. They're so funny.
I think one of the funniest ones of those was like I was watching The Hangover on like regular TV, and instead of saying "suck my dick," she said "suck my butt," which is really strange.
That's more graphic.
Yeah, that's more
the
disgusting.
lip syncing was just too off, so you knew what you meant to.
The one for snakes on a plane is, I'm tired of these monkey fighting
I
snakes
remember
on this
that.
Monday to Friday plane.
That was amazing.
That was pretty good. There was a really good one for The Big Lebowski when
Oh yeah, I've seen
smashing
that.
up
Right,
the
yeah,
car.
yeah, yeah.
Find a stranger in the Alps.
You ever find a stranger in the Alps?
It's so funny.
Love
And-
Like it
that.
doesn't have to make sense. It's just.
In Die Hard 2, they have
Terrible at the
Yippee-ki-yay,
same
Mr. Falcon.
I remember
Mr.
getting
Falcon.
so mad at TV edits when I was younger too. I was watching Austin Powers, either the first one or the second one, I don't remember. And I remember no, yeah, it was the first one. And when he takes the henchman and dips his head in the piranha pool, and then I remember like as a kid, I knew that movie very well when I was younger. And I was like, where's the shot where they show his head get bit off? And it just didn't show it. It just showed Austin Powers reacting to it and doing that really shitty one-liner. It was just, yeah, it was disappointing to see things being edited for people's supposed
neutered.
sensitivities. TV has gotten better, over the years, just because people have gotten a bit more relaxed. But
With the ratio, they allow so much. They're allowed to show someone getting like filleted and eaten on screen. But if there's one nipple or one fuck, that's like, oh no, it's TVMA. Kids can't see this because they'll never find a way to see that. It's
yeah,
ridiculous.
exactly. I know,
Yeah.
we have YouTube now. There's no argument anymore. There's no fucking argument.
Not really.
PewDiePie's the
see-
most subscribed person, and
You
he's
can
saying
see nudity on YouTube. You can look up like surgeries and shit if you want.
Yep.
You can look up like how to insert a catheter. What I always
There's-
find like weird about people's censorship policies when it comes to sex is that people don't realize that what you already see that isn't considered sexual is someone's fetish, right? So you can look at there's this really popular strain of well, I wouldn't even say popular. There was this back when YouTube first started. There were a bunch of cam girls on YouTube known as smoke girls, and it was people's fetish to just watch these girls smoke like all the time. So there would be these like kind of just like skinny model girls that literally just made videos of them like they would talk about something sometimes, but they would just chain smoke the entire video. And I remember one girl was named like Smoke Girl Mallory, and I was so like young and naive that I didn't even understand that it was a fetish thing. I was just like, oh, cool, a person that I'm just gonna chat with this person. And then only like over time did I realize like, oh, it's a fetish thing, and there's this whole chain of like Smoke Girl Jessica and like Smoke Girl Bethany and stuff like that. It was very interesting. But I love how certain things are censored and certain things aren't. Like just bare nudity is censored, even though that's not implicitly sexual. Nudity can exist without it being sexual. People just assume that someone's getting off to it somewhere, which is the real problem, I guess.
And I like how for R-rated movies it has to be fuck you instead of go fuck yourself. Like it can't be, or I mean not that, or like
Oh, really?
it depends on the way you use it,
Oh yeah, that's true.
and you can only use two, which is ridiculous.
And like TV
Yeah,
edits, they sacrifice like it making sense at all.
Oh, yeah.
It's just that like finding a stranger in the Alps, for example.
Oh, there's for the movie Nebraska. I mean, I thought it was fine, but they gave it an R rating because they said cocksucker in it, and they had one other like use of fuck or whatever. But for some reason, that gives just because that one word, they think, oh, kids under 17 don't know what this is. They shouldn't be able to see it. It's the same thing with the King's Speech.
I know. There's no argument. There's no argument because you can literally just search up those words on the internet. You can literally just go to any random forum that isn't censored. Kids have the internet now. You can't just keep censoring shit.
And they
For
released
the sake of kids.
Yeah, they released a PG-13 version of the King's Speech where he just said fuck twice, and they're like, ooh, it's so great, but it made nothing at the box office because it was already too late. So, like, what's the point? And,
Yeah.
like, that's bully or whatever.
There's no point of making a toned-down version of the King's Speech. It shouldn't have been rated R in the first place.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Like, it's
And
just one of those movies where nothing offensive happens in it. Just because he says fuck sometimes. Like, geez, it was all part of a montage. And what I at least admire about the film itself is that they were clearly faced with that R rating, and they didn't censor it. They sacrificed a potential market just for the sake of not ruining their art and compromising to these idiot. I don't even know if there's a proper word I want to use for them, but these fucking assholes at the MPAA, these dinosaurs that don't understand people.
And people should know that, it's realistic when people do swear, because adults everywhere just actually swear.
Yeah, you can't pretend like your kid doesn't know these words.
Exactly.
And if they don't,
and you can't pretend that they just... they're not only do they not understand these words, but you can't pretend that even in general audiences where kids do understand these words, that people just don't use them. Like, how many times have we said shit just in this stream so far?
Yeah. Like,
I wonder if there's...
If you don't put those words on a pedestal, then it's not as...
Exactly.
It doesn't
They're
have
just
as much of
words.
an effect.
Wait, are you...
Like,
wait.
I know words have power, but
Fuck.
man, it's like you give them the power.
Mm-hmm.
Hey!
Wait.
Wait!
Wow.
This fucking shit is so weird.
There we go.
Using XSplit, and it's... I have to, like, put myself small in the top left-hand corner. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah.
It works. Fuck it.
XSplit is crap. I hate XSplit.
It's good. I mean, it's good
Is
for...
the reason why I got hacked on Twitter, because they got hacked and I didn't even know about it.
Ooh.
That's how my information got out.
I'm only using it
Because
because it's very... Because I'm going to be, like, streaming on Twitch, and because I'm learning a game, speedrunning, and XSplit is very common among speedrunners, so...
Yeah, I know. I only got XSplit because Vinny from Vine Sauce told me to use it, because he was like, yeah, we use it.
And then what happened?
Yeah, that's...
Yeah, exactly. And then Joel got hacked. And I got hacked.
Yo, check out this brand new cool program, dude.
That's it.
I used it once and was like, this isn't worth the money, and then I never used it again and just deleted my thing. But then they got hacked, and I didn't even know about it
We've been hacked.
until my Twitter was hacked. Like, the XSplit got compromised, like, the year before or something, or like months before, and apparently my password and username were just sitting there, and I didn't even know. I didn't even know until my Twitter got hacked. That was so stupid.
Wait, I just have a question for you guys. Have you ever been to like a theater that's like clearly like a hard R movie, and someone brings their kid in? Because I was at The Witch. I mean, it's not a hard R, but this little 3-year-old girl, her dad brought her in, and I was like, what? Why? I don't really understand that.
Ooh, yeah.
I think dad wanted to scar the kid.
It's happened too often. There's way too many movies that I've seen where like somebody brings their fucking like newborn child or like
Yeah,
a fucking
like in
toddler.
Drive.
What?
I brought her like baby and was texting and on her phone the entire time.
And, like, the
I
baby
feel like
was
kids should be
shitting
able to
itself.
decide what they want to watch. If a kid is clearly too young for a movie, and then they won't want to see it, and that should be the kid's decision. If a kid is clearly mature enough to see a movie,
Yeah.
even an R-rated movie, then clearly the fact that they want to see it means that they can handle it. You know?
That happened to me back again when I was like 6. I watched Pan's Labyrinth,
Nice.
which is like which was at the time like way too traumatic for me. So
How old are you?
I'm 16.
Oh wow. No, yeah, because I was like, I saw that. I remember seeing that movie in theaters, and I was like,
Yeah, 10
I
years ago.
definitely wasn't 6. Wow. I feel old,
Long time.
even though I know I'm not at all.
I'm just young. It's
When I go to theaters, I'm wondering, like, are people aware when they're texting that, like, there are people literally next to them who can hear what they're doing? Because I was at Black Mass, and this woman was looking up the plot information of the movie
What?
and the actual guy and talking about it, going, oh my gosh, this happened to him. No way, this actually happened. And is, like, revealing everything that's going to happen in the movie in front of me.
Wow.
I would punch
Wow.
her. I would go to jail because like just being in a room with a person like this. It's
There
like,
was, I might have told this story before, but there was someone, I was still living in Edmonton at the time, and there was someone in the movie Inglourious Bastards that was in front of me, some like total Melvin, and he was literally just texting on his phone the whole movie, and just like he would put it away for a bit. I'm like, and then he would just take it out again. He would just keep texting. It doesn't even matter if you're making a noise. Like, I can see it. I can see it. It doesn't matter if it's on silent. I can see it. And you should know that people behind you can fucking see it. And then I so much rage just built up in me that like at a certain point I was like, well, fuck it, and I literally poured the rest of my Red Bull down his shirt, and I left my can in his on his neck, and I just like sat back in my chair, and I could see him he was like feeling around, and he like didn't want to look back because he knew what he had done. He was totally beta, which was fine because it would have been shitty if I got into a fight. But he literally just like accepted it and then put his phone away. I'm like, yeah.
That's the most beta thing I've ever heard.
That's
Yeah,
what
he
it
literally
takes.
he just accepted the fact that I poured Red Bull on him and like
There was
he
this-
learned his lesson.
That
There
he's gonna live the rest of the day smelling like an energy drink.
Yeah, he probably already did.
He probably
There-
knew, like, by the smell it was an energy drink. He's like, oh no, it's a dude, bro. I don't. Like, they're not.
Maybe.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I'm a very non-violent person. I would never like get into a fight with somebody, but I was just
You were just
I
really
can't-
irrationally pissed.
fucking fed up, you know?
Yeah, that's
I was
bullshit.
fed up.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
Somebody
I
I will
was.
snap one day because of that one thing. It will be somebody in a movie theater that makes me snap.
Let that man talk.
Done.
I was at the Witch, and the theater was like the seat next to me was empty, like the two seats, and I was like, all right, this is gonna be good. Then these two people come in like late, and they keep on talking the entire time, going, "Where's the
Oh, no.
witch? Where is she? Where's the witch?"
Oh,
And
shut
starts
up.
texting on his phone. And I was just, I was at the point where I just didn't care, and I was like, all right. But he was drinking this large cherry Coke, and by the end of the movie, halfway through the movie, I heard this noise behind the seat, kind of like trickling down, and I realized that he spilled the cherry Coke on himself, and he was wearing a leather
great.
jacket. So like at the end of the movie, he gets up and just goes like, oh shit, and looks down and sees there's cherry Coke pouring down his entire body. And then he like walks out and he's like, wasn't even good. There was no witch. And then it's like left. And it was like,
Oh, come on. Oh.
There during the witch, I didn't say this to either of you guys because it's only ever on my side, or maybe I just have super sensitive like hearing and am easily distracted and can see things in my peripherals. I feel like every time I go to a movie, I hear or see or notice something that nobody around me
Sounds like you
does.
hate human
I do that.
beings.
Yep.
It's well, yeah, because you guys were on the left side of me and I was on the right, and so I was sitting next to a Randy, and from about like halfway through the movie until the very end of the movie, so like literally the entire half of the movie, he had his movie theater cup, and it was
I mean, is that like a cup here as an example?
yeah, it's empty, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, he had this, and he would just like really quietly like fidget with it, and just like he was basically like ripping it, and I could hear very quietly in scenes like, sorry, wait, yeah, that noise. And he was doing it super slowly the entire time, of just this like, and the first time I heard it, I was like, I assumed that there was something wrong with the audio in the movie. I'm like, well, that's not very good audio recording. Like, I can't believe that they let that slip past. And then slowly over time, I'm realizing that it's just this guy right next to me who has this movie theater cup in his lap that he's literally just like tearing apart the entire movie.
I wonder if
And
he's nervous.
I was upset about it at first, and I slowly just accepted it and was like, you know what? He probably doesn't even realize he's doing it. I feel like I would like traumatize this person if I tapped him and and told him to stop.
Yeah.
It was already so far through the movie that I was like, yeah, whatever, I can deal with this. It was very quiet.
This is just part of the
so-
movie now.
I was just I was it didn't ruin my experience. If it was someone doing something that was intentional, I think it would have ruined my experience a bit more. There's sometimes it's not about the volume it's making, sometimes it's about the intent.
Yeah.
Because if you can
Yeah.
if let's say someone is coughing, you know, if someone has a cough and they're coughing every once in a while, like yeah, it's a little bit distracting, but it's not gonna distract me to the level of someone like whispering. If someone's whispering during a movie, then all these things go off in my brain of not just, oh, I hear it, but why the fuck are you doing this? And suddenly I'm trying to get into this character study of some fucking idiot in the movie in the movie theater of just like why are you doing this? Why are you here? Why are you having a conversation? Why are you texting? Why are you on the phone? Why'd you bring your 2-year-old?
It's like a baby.
Sometimes the most distracting part is just the intent.
It's like a baby crying on a plane, you know? It's like, you know, the baby doesn't consider anyone else, pretty much.
Yeah.
Stupid and selfish, and I hate them. Anyways, no,
Man, Joe is a baby.
stupid dumb babies.
I'm basically an uncle.
You're
They should just make one plane for all babies, and it's literally just a big baby plane.
Yeah, they should have a baby plane. And then,
And
like,
everyone wears
then a
earmuffs.
real 9/11 will happen. They have a baby pilot.
Little did they know.
Yeah.
Babies only.
The plane is like much smaller than a regular plane,
It's shaped like a crib.
and like the nose cone has like one of those pacifiers in it.
That's so shitty. I'm gonna say two things quick about like movie theater experiences where it's like a piece of shit was like there. But one was it's funny that you said earlier that like I've been in situations where you've noticed stuff and I haven't. You've been literally like sometimes a physical block for the distracting shit. You're always sitting in the right spot.
Oh, yeah.
When Birdman was going on and the guy was texting for the last like 20 minutes of the film, I didn't see that shit because you were in the way. But you saw all of that, and it really affected your like movie going experience. It was really fucking sucked. So, like the worst part is like he just shouldn't have been doing that.
There were two people that I had to tap to stop using their phones in the Revenant. There were two different people that I
didn't
had to
notice
tap.
that either too. That's so crazy. It's
It was to my left again.
Again, yeah.
It was like literally right next to me,
right
and then
spot.
angled in front and to the left. So it was like I could only see it, and I just have to imagine every time I experience one of these things, like how many people in the actual theater are there doing this all the time? If every time I notice it, it's right next to me.
Yeah.
Like how many people are doing it behind me that I don't even know about? Like how many fucking idiots do we have in this world? They can't just sit there for like an hour and a half to experience a movie. Why'd you buy a ticket? Why are you here?
You know what I find funny is like those trailers that they have at like the actual theaters to put away your phones, where it's like everyone in the auditorium except for two people are using their phones, taking selfies and stuff that not everyone does in an auditorium.
Yeah.
I feel like as much as I appreciate those little public service announcements saying don't talk, don't use your phone, don't blah 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 blah. I feel like they would work better if they presented them in a more realistic and grounded way.
That's
When they do them, it's like they're saying, oh, those bright lights and texting. What you have to get through to people is that it doesn't even matter if the phone's making a noise or if your brightness is turned way up. What you have to get through to people is that no matter how you use your phone, it's distracting. There's no way to do it without it being a distraction. There's been like a very few points in my life where I've had something that's so important going on in my phone, or I need to like check the time, and it was really time sensitive, and I had to like leave the theater. But what I would do is I would literally sneak my phone underneath my shirt, and I would just go like this, and I would look at my phone like this for 2 seconds, and then put it back in my pocket, because no one can see that shit, because you can't see through the light. Like worst case scenario, someone right next to me is just gonna be like, "Why is the guy looking down his shirt for a second?" And that's it. Right? That's the least distracting way to do it. If anybody gave a shit about not ruining other people's experiences, they would put in like 2 ounces of effort in order to not distract other people.
But like, yeah, this is like we're talking as if we exist in a world where people think outside of their own perspectives. Like, have you ever walked around a public mall and notice how people will just walk right fucking into you, even though they're like, whether or not they're
People
distracted.
are selfish.
Like, yeah, they are. Like, people are very they're not aware of their surroundings at all. Some of the worst, like people just don't give a fuck. They aren't thinking. They just don't think. They're actual idiots.
One time I did that. One time I wasn't even looking at my phone. I just like ran headlong into somebody, just spacing out.
Oh my god, I hate being at malls just for that one reason. Just like because like people will walk right fucking into you, and they don't even have anything distracting them. They'll just like walk right at you, and then they look at you like, what did you do wrong? Like apparently I'm the bad guy who's like trying to get around them, but I'm being like pushed into them by this giant sea of people.
I've had far too many experiences of just really selfish, ignorant people that, like it seems to be such an incredibly difficult concept for some people to imagine, how would I feel if I was treated this way, the way I'm treating someone else? Like, nobody ever fucking thinks about that.
No.
Well, I mean, Maybe it's just the really shitty people that stand out and
It is really shitty people because shitty people think, oh well, it's easier for me to treat people worse than other people should treat me.
Mhm.
It's irrational thinking, but it's what people do.
I want to be treated well, so I mean, you're not me. I guess it doesn't matter how I treat you.
Exactly.
There's this new thing at the local AMC theater where you can get reserved seats that we got, and now a bunch of people know about the reserved seats. Will just go in, they'll sneak in and sit where they go, wherever they want to.
Really, despite that's funny. Yeah, I've had to kick people out of my seat before that were really obviously sneaking into the movie, and I'm like, excuse me, dude, get out of my seat.
Yeah.
They leave right away.
We're trying to watch The Hateful Eight, and it's the opening scene, and then I'm like, oh, you're kind of in our spots. He's like, oh, sorry, we'll move down. So they move to the left, further, and they're still in one of our seats. And then this other couple comes, and they were in their seat, and so they end up
fucking idiot
seats in the room and ruining the first 15 minutes. I mean, it's just credits, but still, it was so annoying.
Yeah.
This is why you just wait for movies to not be completely packed with people, because then seeing a movie is a much easier experience.
My ideal time to watch a movie is at around noon.
Yeah.
Youth out, Nix. Whoa.
I don't know how people can watch midnight showings, because I don't even know how anyone could get into the movie when I'm so tired.
Yeah, it depends. Because sometimes, if it's something where I'm a bunch of my friends really want to go, then I have to conform to the average film goer's time or whatever.
But Adam, remember? Didn't you have a challenge? I said this before. I showed you before, but didn't you have a challenge at some point to someone to recommend you some good Indian cinema because you were convinced that it was all shit?
On my subreddit, and I was like, I hate Indian movies and they're all shit. So show me one shit.
Well, I mean, I showed.
So I clicked. People recommended them, and I watched them, and they were still shit, and I was flabbergasted by how shitty these movies that people were still recommending me were.
Well, I've showed you these before, and I'm gonna be really surprised if these were it, but were.
Oh, the Apu trilogy.
Oh no, I haven't seen Apu trilogy yet.
Pretty great.
I haven't seen that one yet.
Yeah.
No.
Pretty much those are people I found out about it from.
I know
Criterion,
that's supposed to be really good. So.
Yeah, no, it is really good. I mean.
That I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, it's the director is apparently. I mean. Yeah, he's apparently done a lot of really good stuff, but I mean, good fucking Indian cinema. Watch it, get it, yeah.
On the Criterion subreddit, a lot of people talk about how good it is. But yeah, I watched a bunch of bullshit that people were trying to recommend.
I mean, this is older Indian cinema, so I don't know, for good contemporary Indian cinema.
Well,
I don't know.
The reasons why I hate Indian cinema is probably just because of the stupid tropes that they fall into that just.
You won't have. I mean,
accessible to me.
Well, I mean,
seeing people break out into dance for no reason, and then on the few movies where they don't do that, usually they're just sloppy as shit.
Well, I mean, the Apu trilogy they're very human films.
Oh yeah,
so,
Criterion Collection.
Yeah, they're very. Yeah, you won't have to worry about. Yes.
People breaking into dance and shit.
Yeah.
My favorite Indian movie is the one where the guy goes skids under a truck with a horse.
Oh, I love that.
Actually really funny.
I found I saw that on
I rated it a 10 on IMDb, just ironically, and then 2 hours later, everybody's freaking out about it in my subreddit and on Twitter, and I realized that what I didn't know at the time was it was my 1000th IMDb rating.
Oh God!
So people were like, "What is this movie that I've never heard of that he gave a 10, and why does it look so shitty?"
Is this a diamond in the rough?
Yeah. What is this movie called? I don't remember. I've looked for even a DVD of it that I can find, and I can't find it anywhere. I watched it at my friend's house because he downloaded it, and I've never been able to find it anywhere, and I want to watch it.
Is it basically unheard of?
Aluda Majaka or whatever. Let's see if I can find the IMDb.
Hakuna Matata, what?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I've seen I think the entire thing's on YouTube. The entire film, I think, yeah.
1995. Yeah, this is it. Okay, I'll post it in both chats so people can see what it is. This and
Oh yeah, and I haven't seen this yet, but this is like
Aluda Majaka, whatever.
Yeah.
this is Christopher Nolan
It's
before he
so
made
funny.
Memento.
Insomnia.
No, The Following.
I've seen The Following. I enjoyed it. I kind of want the Blu-ray because I haven't seen it since a long time ago, and I watched it on when I watched it first. I watched it on DVD. So I would
Yeah,
like. to see
apparently the
Blu-ray
print
version.
is meant to be like as good as a 16mm print can be, so that's pretty cool.
Sweet.
It's funny that almost every Indian movie that has gotten kind of mainstream is like never. It's never like Bollywood or anything. It's always some American or British director who makes something.
Yeah, exactly. There's like a Canadian
100
director that makes her Indian movies. I forget what her name is, but she made like Fire and something else. I don't remember.
Oh,
I mean,
no,
well-
it's those like 4 element movies. It was like
Yeah.
Fire, Water, Earth,
Yeah.
Wind. Yeah.
Yeah, she's Canadian, and so she's not even like.
It's cool.
you
Actually, I
can't even
remember
call it, like an Indian
see
movie.
those are movies that I was. That was another thing that like really set me apart from my friends in like high school. Was like I went out to go see those movies, and nobody ever wanted to join me. And it's just like, yeah.
I just
Sure,
find it so.
absolutely.
I just find it so sad. Like with now that I've actually seen good, like great Indian cinema, it's like, and the ones that so many people focus on are just your shit, and then it's like
Oh
stuff
yeah.
like the Pooh trilogy. It just gets swept under the rug, and it's like for fuck's sake, you know, like
Yeah.
get this needs more
Such as
attention.
life. Such as
Yeah,
film. in
Yeah,
general.
I know. Well, I mean, yeah, I know. It's still annoying, but
Yeah.
So, random fun fact: I clicked on the
Yes.
IMDb link you shared, Adam, and it goes on, and under the people who liked this also liked link, there's only 2 other entries. One of them is another Indian film, and the only other recommendation is Wonder Chosen.
Oh, I see that.
yeah.
What the hell is this movie like?
I
It's a
love Wonder
TV series.
Chosen.
It's a TV
This
series.
might also be because people found this movie through my IMDb page also.
That's
fair
Every
enough.
once in a while, if you look on movies like Simon Killer that literally nobody was talking about until I recommended it,
Oh,
look
yeah.
on the IMDb page for that, you see like literally just other movies that I mentioned in my 2013 review.
God.
So you see After School, which was the director's other one. You see Upstream Color, The Dirties, Escape from Tomorrow, Young and Beautiful, Tom at the Farm, Funny Games, Francis Ha, Primer, all these other
yeah.
movies that I just mentioned in that same video. And
Okay.
the smaller the movie is, the more of a likelihood that I'll have some sort of an influence over the IMDb
I can't believe
rating.
it's a 6.2.
I know I'm glad that like some art people recognized it enough for it to get into the Masters of Cinema collection, despite nobody on the planet even recognizing it. Really, I'm glad that it has some sort of a place where
good.
some people recognize this director as like actually being fantastic. Because Simon Killer was amazing.
Oh,
But the fact that it's a 6.2 is just so sad. I think it's probably because it was a Sundance movie, and people saw it at Sundance and were like, "Oh, I want to see the killer." Let's see what the killer's about.
Okay, so
Maybe. I don't
here's
know.
here's something interesting. I'm on Wonder Chosen's IMDb page,
Nice.
and okay, first of all, it has an 8.5, which I'm kind of surprised with, but it has like this
Great.
really strange.
Yeah.
It has this really strange clip art girl in the center of the picture, and like really out of place. And at the very bottom, it says "Warning, not for children."
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah,
It's a great show. It's an amazing show. It's really funny.
it's fantastic.
If you haven't seen it, I would recommend it. Along with Xavier Renegade Angel.
Just a start, a good jump off point is just type into YouTube Wonder Shows and white people,
I don't know.
and that's a great.
Everything about it. It's just such a
It's
great
true.
show.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you can.
There's so many classic clips from it.
There's a bunch of clips you can find on YouTube, but I mean, I really highly recommend seeing
Oh.
the series and everything.
If nothing else, you should totally look up just go into YouTube and type horse apples and
Oh, God.
see what you get out of that.
That's funny. Although it's not really representative of the entire show. That
Oh,
was like
no, not at all, but it's still just wonderful.
funny. It is wonderful.
I like it. I can use horse apples as an insult. Like this shit is horse apples, and it like means something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, did you guys see that Rick and Morty season 3? They're writing it.
Nice.
I assumed they would be writing it at some point.
Yeah.
They confirmed it. They're like, hey,
When's it air? That's
No,
all.
we just quit Rick and
Precisely.
Morty entirely.
Yeah, I know.
No, this season we're doing something special. We're releasing it without writing it.
It's just all one giant ad-lib website.
Oh my God.
Episode.
That'd be actually really funny.
That I don't even know.
They just animate their ad-libbing for
Oh.
like 10 episodes in a row.
I think a show should do that, whether it be on YouTube or TV. I think a show should totally do that at least once.
Well, Rick and Morty did it twice. No.
Hey, but it's an episode. I mean, like he's
2
talking about like the
episodes were
whole
done like that,
concept
actually.
of the show is ad lib. That'd be like I'd like to see. You'd have to get some really talented people working on it though, like some people who are like really snappy and funny. So I mean, like if you think about it, like whose line is it anyways? Is kind of like an ad lib show.
Yes.
So
Improv. Someone's asking me what my favorite hip hop albums are.
Matty B.
Slim Shady LP, Marshall Mathers LP,
don't worry, he
Angels
only
by Dan
likes
Lessac
white
versus
rappers.
Scrivius Pip. Yeah. I don't-
Matty B.
Hey, this was
Oh,
Sorry.
I hate Matty B raps. I really do.
Really? I think that he's the next
Next
God,
Slim Shady.
Jesus.
God,
I like
God,
can't even put up a front to make it seem like I don't hate him. I really just hate him.
I don't hate him as much as I hate his parents.
Oh yeah, it's all his dad's fault.
Oh, his mom too. Holy shit, she's like.
I don't even know. I didn't even know he had
There's
a mom.
there's a video where her mom is their mom is actually in it, and it's fucking so cringeworthy. It's like she's like directing her Down syndrome daughter as like look at like pretty much like. look
I've
at the
seen.
camera.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen that
They-
one.
they-
I hate it. I really do.
They like exploit their children to their fullest extent.
I have
They're
a-
like, oh yeah, we got a Down syndrome baby. Let's totally use this.
Ooh,
They use it as a device so that you can't
Yeah, the
talk
children-
bad on it. Otherwise, you're talking bad on Down syndrome.
Exactly. And it works, which is sad because people are idiots.
because the second you talk shit like me,
Yeah, Mark's
you
a
get-
shit poster and a bully.
If you go to like Matty B or Baby Kaylee like videos, like you'll see my comments like this is fucking garbage, and like there's just like 90 like replies, and it's all like you're garbage, you're going to hell. It's like they're so easy. It's just like it's ridiculous that they put these kids on a pedestal, and it's not them. This isn't their work. They're puppets. Like they didn't write this shit. They didn't like Matty B. Just.
Hey, if it's good enough for Will Smith.
I
That's
hate.
true.
I
He's
hate
picking on
myself.
his kids.
I hate myself for posting this, but I really just. Someone
Oh, no.
in this chat has got to say this.
Oh no, the My Humps Matty B.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
I don't think I've seen this.
Gross.
But
54 million views. Why? No.
Ugh. Oh God, no.
this is disgusting.
There's
Wait.
little children.
Those
Little
54
children,
million.
little babies.
Those 54 million views can't be legit, can they?
Yeah, they are. I
Yeah,
think
they
that
are.
a lot of people that watch Matty B are pedophiles. I think I'm like, no, I'm not even kidding. Like that's you have to
Yeah,
watch
no,
out
I
for that
think-
kind of shit on YouTube because we've connected like adult audiences with child audiences, and now there's that like Minecraft Let's Player who
Oh,
started
yeah.
recently like disabling his comments and shit. It turns out that he had been propositioning like 14-year-old girls and boys for nudes, and the
Yeah.
entire reason why he has a Minecraft YouTube channel is just to make child-friendly.
Oh yeah,
content.
there's a lot of people like
You
that, which
want to
is.
check out my cool little Minecraft?
Yeah, exactly.
cabin?
Like, where
Come
are
on.
you gonna be if you're a pedophile? Where are you gonna be? Minecraft and YouTube. Like, you gotta watch out for this shit. There's so many. Like, I mean, I don't know. It's
Kill
you gotta
a
be
cat.
aware
Die.
of it. You gotta be aware of it if you're gonna have your kid on the internet. This is why I'm never.
Just out of
having
curiosity, are you gonna check out Kendrick Lamar?
Let me try and figure out which songs of his I have heard because I'm pretty sure I've heard individual songs that I've liked, but I don't think I've listened to a full album. So let me actually see.
I've showed you this, Adam, as an image, but yeah, pretty kick-ass Sicario steelbook.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh yeah, it's pretty sweet.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
Which video of his do I remember liking?
That's a good one.
So
Yep.
I think was it
Region B.
was it Kendrick Lamar who Anthony Fantano said was his favorite album of the year, or was it?
Yeah, I think so.
I
A
believe
lot of people,
so.
have, a lot of
Did
people have done
Kendrick
it. But yeah.
Lamar do that that like Grammy performance?
Yeah, it was really
that
good.
was
I
him.
like the-
Yeah, I watched that.
That
That was
was good.
actually a really great performance.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll check out the album. I've been really not as involved in music listening lately as other years. I've just really kind of gotten behind. It's something that I feel like I can just put on the side burner, and then eventually I'll get to the point where I'll just put it on my phone. I accidentally deleted all the music off my phone, so I guess that's a good excuse right now, isn't it? Put
There you
some
go.
more shit on there.
You know what's funny?
Yeah, I've liked what I've heard.
I was showing my. Oh, go ahead. Were you saying something?
No, that's all I had to say.
All right. I was showing my dad your YMS on Unfriended, and he like throughout the entire thing, he just said, "God, that was such an awful movie," because he'd watched it and he'd watched the entire thing, and
Oh, no.
like most moviegoers, and he watched the whole thing, and he just said that wasn't scary, that wasn't. It
It
was
was just bad.
it was so many hours of nothing.
It was the most boring movie ever made. Possibly the most boring movie I've seen in 2015. I can't think of a more boring movie that I've seen in 2015.
That was supposed to be intriguing or exciting.
Yeah.
Wait, 2015?
Unfriended.
What about Viff? Lest we forget. The sleepy baby movie of the year.
Yeah, I guess as much I was anticipating that being a boring. We watched the new Apichatpong with Sitharol movie called Cemetery of Splendor, and I was expecting that one to be nothing. I walked into the theater and I was like,
That doesn't
I
make it
know
any
what's
less
gonna.
of a
I know,
sleepy baby
but
movie.
I literally just had my arms crossed and I was just like,
I fell asleep. Oh.
yeah. Mark fell asleep. Scott almost fell asleep. I didn't warn them. That was the first Apichatpong with Sitharol movie they've ever seen, and I think it's probably going to be the last. I don't know if he makes another movie and people still say that they're amazing and are like it's critically acclaimed every single time. I don't know if I'm gonna buy a ticket to his next one. I don't know what kind of position I'm gonna be in for me to decide whether or not I want to see it.
That's stupid shit.
Did any of you see Carol last year?
No, but I will soon.
So bored during Carol. That I was really bored.
That's what I hear from everybody.
What movie
Is that it's really boring.
It's a
It's
lot of-
nominated for something right now.
It's a lot of well shot nothing. That's what it is. It's like it's boring.
Yeah.
It's almost like a film that was directed by a DP.
Hey.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
It's like no story. It's like, oh, scripts. What's this? They throw it out and they're like,
With,
we just need pretty
Zootopia.
shots.
Yeah.
And you know what? I've seen movies that are like that, but they're actually well done. But like, damn, there's some fucking boring fucking movies out there that literally just like the only leg it has to stand on is just that it was pretty, that it was well shot,
Yeah.
aesthetically pleasing. But like, I fell asleep. It's not. Oh god, I hate that this person gets like praise. I hate that this like director is like.
I know.
Does he have a Palme d'Or like
No.
For Uncle Boon Me.
Evan.
Uncle Boomy?
Uncle Boon Me who can recall his past lives.
Oh, I remember.
This is weird. So and it's so weird that I must not get it. So I must be a dirty pleb. So and this film is just going. So that means that it's good.
Uncle
So I'm
Boon
just
Me
gonna-
was better than Cemetery of Splendor, but it still wasn't. I mean, it had the exact same issues of just nothing was happening.
Nothing of real substance or
Over-implied
value is being
self-importance
said
without
or shown.
actually earning it.
Yeah.
Weird. I can't understand it, but oh, it must be over my head.
I really don't like him. I really don't like him.
I was
I
mad.
met-
I slept through half that movie, and I was mad when I woke up.
I
Nightmares about Uncle Boomy.
I showed the ticket. I don't know if you all saw it, but yeah, I managed when I was in Paris. I managed to see, which was nice, Anomalisa in a pretty big mainstream theater chain, which was
Nice.
interesting. I
Yeah,
mean,
I'm
I guess
hoping,
Paris is kind of cool like that. So yeah, I saw it and I liked it a lot.
On Blu-ray.
I liked it a lot. Yeah. I need to see it again. Well, obviously, but yeah. I liked it a
I'm
lot.
hoping the stars align in such a way where I have a lot of free time when that comes out, because I would really like to make a good analysis video on it. I think I have a lot more to say about it at this point.
It was just weird. It was just weird for me. Like, and I don't know if this is the norm, but it was just weird for me to be in a cinema chain which was playing, both Anomalisa and Zootopia. It was just kind of like, oh, okay, well,
Yeah,
that's
there are
a
a few
thing, I
theaters
guess.
in Vancouver that are like that, where they'll.
It was like a big
play
one,
some
like
really
a
big movies.
yeah. It was cool though, because like cinema. I mean, like mainstream cinema chains down here are kind of. Yeah, you wouldn't like ever see something like Anomalisa play or yeah.
I was able to see it because I was at the Hampton Film Festival, and Charlie Kaufman, Duke Johnson, and Tom Noonan were there.
Nice.
A lot of people were really confused on what questions to ask them about it, because like there were some people who like understood more than others. They were like, "This puppet's fucking," and they like didn't really get it. So I was like,
A lot of when there's a Q&A, people are more concerned about asking a question than whether or not they should be asking a question.
exactly.
They're using it as an excuse to interact with a celebrity and be like, oh yeah, I talked to them. But some people really have nothing important to say or nothing important to ask, and it's really, really, really fucking sad.
Yeah, like, what'd you have for breakfast this morning?
Toronto Film Fest. What did I have for breakfast this morning?
Yeah.
I didn't have breakfast.
This
I
is a
literally
this is
woke
a
up and had
Q&A.
coffee.
This is my Q&A right here. What did you have for breakfast yesterday?
I didn't have breakfast.
And what did you have for breakfast 6 years ago to this day?
I don't know when the last time I had breakfast was.
Fuck.
Alright, fine. Next question.
Well,
What'd you have
there's
for lunch?
$2 wasted. No.
I didn't have lunch today. I woke up and I had coffee.
Alright, what'd you have for dinner last night? Next question.
There's actually
I didn't really have dinner last. Well, actually, I had my friend made some some
grilled cheese, some hot pockets.
some like cheesy garlic bread with a mayo mustard sauce.
Because I was about to say, do you eat? Because you said I don't have breakfast, I don't have lunch, I don't have
defined meals.
It's just Doritos and Mountain
snacks.
Dew.
I had a lot of Doritos last night, actually.
Yeah.
You just eat, yeah.
To prepare for the Oscars, he's bought like 8 bags of Doritos.
Button. I've button.
Make sure you button up your shirt.
Oh yeah, this fucking. I don't know. I don't know if you you or someone else pointed this out, but on the studio, I think it's Kino. I think I'm saying that right. International release of Dogtooth. Is this it says like hilarious, like. Like,
I know.
what?
The same thing happened in certain regions with Synecdoche, New York, where it's like, we have to market this movie, and they don't understand what it is, and just because it's weird, they're like, oh,
it's
let's market it
hilarious.
as a comedy.
Apparently.
You know, that's not the fault. That's not the fault of the filmmakers. That's the fault of
No, it's just like
just don't know how to market a movie. When something's different, they're like,
it's really hilarious. Yeah.
Comedy.
So funny.
It has to be a comedy. I don't know what it is.
I'm gonna mute my mic. I'll be right back.
All right.
Sure.
Nah.
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
What's up?
By the way, does Creed appeal to you, the movie? I haven't seen it. So.
I haven't seen it yet, but I would like to see it, especially because I'm planning on watching the Black Panther, and I know that that's the same director. But I've heard good things about it.
I've heard good things about Creed.
I don't know. Like we'll see how it is, because the way that like. My general feel of the movie is that I'll probably watch it and think that it was good, but maybe not amazing. But who knows? That was his first feature, right?
Creed, no. His first feature was Fruitvale Station.
Oh shit! I haven't even seen that one yet.
That's been in my I think that's still in my watch list actually.
I watched it. It was good. Wasn't fantastic. It was a good first attempt, I thought personally. But yeah, I really liked it.
Oh sure.
No, I think this is on my. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen it.
Nice.
Adam,
Yeah, I remember there was a bit of buzz for this one.
will you be doing another Blu-ray video?
Yeah, at some point.
Okay.
I have more Blu-rays than the last time I made the video, for sure.
And 2 of them were at my house.
Yeah.
They're back.
I've had this for a while now. I've bought 45 years. I still haven't
Yeah,
watched
you
it.
know, I also noticed that it was available on Amazon UK, but not Amazon US or Canada. So
Yeah,
I'm waiting because I know that's Region B.
yeah,
And
it's art.
have
I don't know if
Region
you
B Blu-ray
can.
players.
It's
I'm
artificial eye.
Yeah, I'm thinking like I'm hoping that after the Oscars there'll be an American release. So that's kind of why I'm waiting.
We could have actually seen it when I was down in Paris with my friend. We could have seen
I
it,
saw it in
but
theaters.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
the
we could have seen it, but we didn't. I guess for some weird reason. I don't know.
Yeah, I had a great time in theaters. I remember. No, yeah, because it was at both Toronto Film Fest and Vancouver Film Fest, and I missed it at Toronto Film Fest,
And I have,
even though I had a ticket to see it. I think that was because I replaced it with my like second screening of Anomalisa or something. I don't remember the mix-up that I had, but I was like, oh, I'll just see it at Vancouver Film Fest a month later. And so since my mom had decided to visit me out at TIFF, I just gave her my ticket and was like, oh, you can go if you want. Like I've got to see this other
pretty
thing.
dank.
And then, oh Jesus, and
Disneyland Paris.
and then, yeah, when my mom came back from seeing it, she was like, "Yeah, it was all right." And the way that she described it, she really kind of undersold it. But I can see that why she wouldn't have, like, I don't know, she wouldn't have had the same experience as me because I really like the director and I really got a lot out of
It's a second.
the general
film.
flow of it. I got a lot out of the way things were revealed, and I'm not gonna spoil anything, but I loved how everything concluded. I thought that it was like a very perfect. It was like a little wrapped in a bow kind of movie. It didn't go like in any insane directions. It didn't like blow my mind in any way, but everything was just so like neatly packaged. It was like it was like a little perfect little gift movie. I really enjoyed it.
You're talking about 45 years, I think.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I enjoyed it very much.
I like where it ended too.
Yeah, I mean, I should see it. I mean, I have it, so I have like no excuse.
Could you technically call that movie? I don't know if it's actually if slice of life is really appropriate.
No,
No, it's
I don't think that would be an appropriate way to describe it. But I really liked it.
yeah.
And I would expect, like, I would think I'd be really bored. Like 3 years ago, I would hate that movie, but I can see why certain people couldn't be able to like stand it. They're like, oh, it's so boring. But the subtleties are just what's so great about it.
Yeah.
The facial twitches and other eyes, like the eye contact.
It's great. It's a great movie if you wanted to, if you wanted the script and the story to be like the strongest point. In fact, I would love to actually like download the script or the screenplay. I mean, for a movie and kind of work off of it, or kind of use it as a guide because it's very good. Because if you it's great because I didn't think about it the entire time I was watching that movie, but it basically takes place in like it only goes to like 3 or 4 locations or something. Or
Yeah, it's a very small movie.
It's something that you could make for I'm talking with like all like studio equipment and everything like that. You could still only make this for like $1 million.
I'm very excited to
less.
see more movies from him
Yeah, yeah.
because after like this and Weekend are both like they're both his voice and they're both incredibly similar, but they're still unique. And I'm hoping that he's able to just with each movie he makes just bring that same voice but do little different things with it here and there. Hopefully he gets more money because now this one's nominated for an Oscar. More people have seen it. This had to have made more money than Weekend, I think, even though Weekend was Criterion. I don't know.
It's a
I'm gonna look up box office shit.
It's an actor's movie.
by
It's
her
a
fantastic.
screenwriter's movie for sure.
Ugh.
I like the story too.
Let's see. That was a 2011 movie, I think.
In fact, I'm trying to imagine.
Weekend
if
was
this-
2011, yeah.
If the story was given to somebody else, I can only imagine how they go. It needs to be more dramatic and more intense. It's like, and they would have like ruined the subtlety of it. Like I can really see how somebody would fuck up this movie and like take the script and just butcher it.
Yeah, so theater-wise, Weekend made like not even 500,000, and 45 Years has already made 3.5 million. So it looks like this is doing a lot better. We have no idea what
What was the budget?
I don't think Box Office Mojo incorporates incorporates DVD sales at all. It didn't have it didn't list the budgets for the film, but I have to assume that they're both relatively low budget. So the fact that it got an Oscar nomination at all is actually really impressive. Yeah.
Wait, what was it nominated for?
Give them more money. Sorry.
What was? What was it nominated for?
Charlotte Rampling, Best Supporting.
Oh,
Best
yeah.
Actress.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. I don't know why I'm putting. I don't know. I'm just waiting till I get better before I like watch anything. Watch it.
Yeah.
Oh, Adam.
Yeah.
Weeks though.
Have you watched Man Seeking Woman?
No.
No, you haven't watched it?
Gross. It sounds like a cis male.
No, it's a
movie.
Pokemon movie. It's called Man Seeking Woman.
Oh wow! Oh, now I'll watch it.
That's
It's about a man-woman who's also a Sea King. I'll add this to my watch list, I guess.
Oh, it's like this weird like three-way rom-com.
This is an interesting poster. I will add it to my watch list based on that.
I can't even tell if you're being serious.
Man Seeking Woman?
No, it's not. Well, no, it's not a Pokemon thing.
It's
I've
a
never heard
man,
of it
a
before,
sea
you
king,
guys.
and a
Just-
woman, and they're on like a three-way date, and they're like, "Isn't it weird? There's a fish with us."
But there's a penis monster in it, so I think you'll like it.
Awesome.
Have you seen Eric Andre's Instagram? It's literally just pictures of his dick.
I saw that he posted.
He doesn't use
his
Instagram.
dick.
I do, and I got to see all the juicy details.
No, yeah, I don't follow his Instagram, but I've seen those pictures of his dick.
I stopped everything and showed him. I was like, "Look, it's Eric Andre's dick." Great.
Yeah, I mean, if he can do it, I should probably do it. I should just open up an Instagram account.
You're like, yo, check
Dick
Go
pics.
for it.
I can do it too, ladies.
Yeah.
Go for it.
It's true that like Instagram is just flooded with like Instagram models and like
People who want to be models, or people who want to be called a model.
yes.
Mhm.
And then
Yeah.
there's actual models.
I'm
on there because
beautiful.
why not?
I don't think I'll ever get an Instagram.
You already
Doesn't
have
appeal
one.
to me.
It
I
becomes,
got one so I could file a complaint against another Instagram account that was pretending to be me.
He says that and like, oh, okay, I made a.
It wouldn't let me dispute it. It wouldn't let me flag their account unless I had an account. So I created an account just to do that.
Yeah, there's an Instagram account for the Adam Plays channel though,
Yes.
and it's me, but I like constantly put like weird like things about Adam on there, constantly, secret things.
So Adam, I saw on your Twitter the bullshit that happened to your Walking Dead review. Me in the midst of all the fair use things.
It's already back up.
Yeah.
I called them, which is the best thing to do.
How long was it down for again?
Like 24 hours. Not even.
Okay.
I
I
think
thought,
it was probably like 16 hours it was down.
okay.
It's still like it shouldn't have happened in the first place. But so this rights management company that I don't even remember the name to, but it's not relevant because they addressed my concerns. I'm happy with how it got resolved actually. But the fact that so immediately just strike on my account for the Walking Dead review, just they had removed it, and there's an email associated. They send you the claimant's email when I think that they should send you more information than that. So based on the email, it was like blah 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 at companyname.com, and so I searched up the company name. I found their website, and then through their website, I was like, "Yep, this is the rights management company," and I guess they do this for AMC. Through their website, I found their phone number, and I gave them a call, and then I was like, "Okay, is this person? Do you have this person's phone number who works here?" He gave me the number, and it's a long distance phone number to Lithuania. And this person that works for them does these claims in Lithuania, and I'm like,
Wherever
okay.
that is.
Oh,
And
wow.
so, yeah, I don't know. That's what they were saying. So,
Yeah.
and so then I tried calling, and then it was busy. I'm like, okay, well, fuck it. Like they're probably sleeping, I guess. So I call back the actual company. I was like, if you got anybody that I could talk to from your claims department, your copyright protection department, that would actually be great. And they're like, oh yeah, okay, we can do that. And so then I had a conversation with a woman who I guess sort of ran the department and oversaw everything. Like I guess she was like the head honcho, and she was very easy to talk to and understanding. And when it came down to it, I explained everything about who I was and what had happened, and like this was a claim that she didn't even know happened, because there's just so much. I mean, if they outsource it to Lithuania, then I can't imagine that they have any idea what's actually being claimed and what isn't. So it's just like, yeah, this is you. I made sure they understood fair use, and they're like, oh yeah, we already know about fair use and all that. And so I sent them the link of the video. I sent them the link of the mirror on my website in case for whatever reason they can't watch it. And then like an hour later, they sent me back an email. They were like, yeah, this is clearly within fair use. We are sorry. I don't know how that could have happened. We'll make sure we talk to her and she doesn't do that again with other things. We take these matters very seriously. And they restored the video, and it was up by the end of the day. So that went well. And I guess the problem is like, if I had left it just at an email, if I had sent an email to the claimant email, then it would probably have been gone for my video. Probably wouldn't have been back for like 3 weeks. I probably wouldn't have even gotten a response. Just some random person in Lithuania. So moral of the story: don't be afraid to phone call. And if you're gonna make a phone call, record yourself in case you need to use that footage. But if you're gonna record yourself, also be aware of state laws. Like California, if they're based in California, you need both parties to consent to a phone recording, or else you're doing something illegal.
What was the name of that company that kept copyright claiming your YouTube videos? That's even in like your disclaimer at the beginning.
Etiquette. Yeah, they're like Spanish. Etiquette.
I get out of here.
Yeah.
I'm just like, it's good that like lots of big YouTubers now are talking about like the shit that's going on with YouTube.
I made a video on that actually.
It's the YouTube drama.
I'm gonna make a video on that soon. There was a response from YouTube in like a post.
Oh yeah,
that got retweeted by I Hate Everything. I think.
I just put a link to it. This is what it is.
Google Product Forum post or whatever, and they were saying that over the next few months or something, that they'll be working on ways to get things done. But I feel like there needs to be more specific. They need some like answers of what exactly they're going to address.
Yeah, precisely.
Attention, like we've very clearly gotten their attention. But you can't. The fact that it's going to happen over the next few months, like, and not right away, makes me a bit worried that like, oh, things will die down, and then when the changes happen, it's not going to be real change. So.
Did you hear about the?
I'm tempted to make a video on it just so I can make sure that I get through to these people, like what needs to actually happen.
Did you hear about the tweet that Donald Trump said that accidentally used grade A under his hashtag?
Yeah, that was brilliant.
That's awesome.
Make YouTube great
That's
again.
So good.
I mean,
I haven't even seen that.
That's so, I fucking love Grade. I'm not. Yeah. Grade's great.
Grade A under A.
Yeah, he's great.
Sorry, get it.
He's great.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab a drink. I'm gonna be right back. All right.
All right. I'll link it to everyone else.
Don't talk to me. Hey guys. Yo, dude. What's up, man?
Mark, do you think Leo will win this year?
Yeah, he has a very good chance. Like, I don't see why not. I mean, it's not like he doesn't have competition. It's just, I think he's already nominated. It's for his, like, in his field and everything like that. Like, it's not even like jumping on the whole bandwagon or anything. Just objectively, he did a very good job.
He did.
Like, a very good job. Like, probably one of the best of his entire career.
I posted the link of the Donald Trump tweet here.
Ah, sweet.
Cheers, yeah. I've seen the Revenant 3 times.
Yeah, nice. It's no, like very, very deserving. If he gets it anytime, it makes the most sense now, I guess. It's if he's ever gonna get.
Who were the guys saying that like he did a bad job or something? Like you were talking about it earlier.
Red Letter Media.
What did they actually say? Like
they say he acts the same in every single movie, and that quote unquote he scream acts, or like he like him yelling and raising his voice is apparently like is acting. You know, that's a legitimate criticism towards actors, but I don't think it's his overall crutch. Like he'll do it sometimes, but it's like look at him in Wolf of Wall Street. That was
Yeah.
really a part of the character. I think more so. It was very fitting for that character, and he did a great job with the material. It's like
I thought it was
Yeah.
amazing in fucking Revenant. Whatever.
yeah, it's I don't know. It's not even just the fact that he put himself through it seemed like I know for a fact it was a very physically demanding job, not just for the actors but for the crew.
But yeah, like there was a
Like,
lot of controversy.
Wasn't on hypothermia.
And I know that struggle does not equal let's just give him the award because he worked the hardest for it. It's really about the performance, and that's what the award is for. Not,
Yeah.
But he still turned out a very good performance, probably the best. It's like
I mean, I think everyone did, but yeah, no, I agree though. Yeah.
yeah, and I'm talking within the nominations and stuff like that.
Oh,
I'm not,
yeah.
I'm not even saying he was like the absolute best. I just think that like if he gets it, I'm not surprised. And I think Leo. But like I have
I'm
a
hoping it doesn't go to someone like terrible though.
oh no, of course.
Who was nominated?
It's like my favorite movie, and some of the like I don't know, like my favorite movie of the year was Son of Saul. Like hands down, I thought it was the best.
You
My friend could have.
definitively placed it above Anomalisa, or are they still kind of tied?
No, I think I actually
I can see
think
why it's your favorite.
Yeah,
I loved it. It's my second favorite. So.
My friend over in near Paris could have seen that, but he chose not to, and I was like, what the fuck?
You idiot.
I thought a long time about which was better, The Revenant or Anomalisa or Son of Saul, but I think Son of Saul is my favorite film.
Yeah, Son of Saul was got a Region Z Blu-ray release coming quite.
Oh really?
soon.
Oh fuck.
Oh no, I mean it's announced.
For a lot of reasons, that movie's my favorite. Like
Oh yeah, I want to see everything again. Obviously, Anomalisa is one that grows on me the more I watch it, and that I mean, if I haven't seen it, like, how many times have I seen it now? Like 2.5.
I grow while
3?
watching it. Every time that puppet sex happens.
Yeah, I've only seen once, so I need to see that again. Like, it's something that I need to get
Oh yeah,
on.
it's artificial.
Did you see the comparison?
June 27th. So Anomalisa will be coming out on Blu-ray before Son of Saul.
Crazy.
Anomalisa Blu-ray is coming out earlier in June, I think. But yeah, holy shit, Son of Saul is this guy's first movie also. Like, that's also insane. Like, he hasn't done anything before.
I'll see it on Tuesday or Thursday, so I'm excited for it.
First video is very interesting, actually. You should check it out.
It was basically how the Revenant's influenced by Tarkovsky. I gotta go to dinner.
Yeah, I've seen that video.
I gotta go to dinner and leave you guys, but
Okay.
nice.
Thanks for joining.
Oh.
Thank you very much, and also for your support.
You got it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I will post the link to the next the date for the next hangout at some point in the next week or so.
Awesome. All right, bye guys.
Peace out. Thank you.
Bye.
Cheers.
Sweet. I need food at some point.
Shut up.
What am I doing? My life.
You got your fries.
I heard you your favorite performance by Leo was in the Aviator.
Did I say that?
Yeah, in the PKA podcast.
I might have said that. I don't know. I think I remember saying that he was fantastic in it. But also when I did PKA, that was like 3 years ago, wasn't it? 2 years ago. What's come out since then? Wall Street and Revenant. It might be my favorite performance from him, but I haven't seen like every movie he's ever done. I thought he was great in The Aviator.
Yeah,
I won't even argue with that. It might actually be my favorite.
I saw it like 2 weeks ago, and I thought his performance was great. Yeah.
Awesome.
Have you
Yeah, I
seen
haven't seen that movie in a long time.
Have you seen What's Eating Gilbert Grape? I think
No,
so
I
you said.
haven't.
Yeah, that's his. I think his first one. He's pretty fucking great in that one as well.
Yeah, really did a good job. I guess you could consider him a child actor. How old was he when he was?
I'm not sure, but he plays a
maybe tops.
mentally retarded kid, but yeah, he's really
There
good.
was the sequel starring Goatsy called "What's Eating Gilbert Gape." Woo!
That's a good
Not good. It's like,
Hey,
Dumb Tish.
where's the clap sound effect?
I don't know. I'm looking for it.
It's there's,
I don't know if we get it
uh,
because we're doing the live. We're doing the stream thing,
yeah, it's true.
so I think it's different. It doesn't give you the same options. View more apps. Add apps.
Did you complete The Witness, Adam? By
No.
complete, I mean get.
I
an
need to.
ending.
I need to publish. No, I haven't. I haven't gotten to the ending yet. I need to
Oh.
publish more parts of it. I forgot to do that yesterday. There's
And-
literally 32 parts on my playthrough channel, and like not published yet. I need to publish more of them. But
Still want to edit that too, which is unfortunate. There's too much.
I'll talk to you about that later because
Okay.
we'll talk about that later.
Here I got one. Here.
You need to try and get to the. Is there like a?
Oh yeah, I'm excited to play more. I'm really excited to keep going at it.
Yeah, there's a huge secret area, which is really cool when you get all of the lasers. Which I won't say how many lasers there are because I don't
Okay,
think you know.
yeah, don't
but-
spoil anything.
You know, when you get all the
I'm
lasers.
excited to continue fucking with that game.
Yeah,
There's,
yeah.
There's one video game critic that I'm actually really liking so far, Super Bunny Hop, and like
Oh, yeah, I like that a lot.
Very good stuff.
I can really appreciate the stuff he said because everything he said about Firewatch was really on point, and he gave that game a lot of credit. But he did point out the flaws about it, like what was
Hey,
wrong
Turtle.
with that game. And but when it came to the Witness and everything, and like he at least could
Oh,
admit
yeah.
that it wasn't his type of game, and he said I didn't like it, but for personal reasons. And that's what I like about a critic who can admit it's like, oh, this is pretty good, but I can't really tell you because I personally have a bias. It's like I do not like these games. I do not like puzzle games.
I love The Witness.
It's
I
like-
wonder how much of a chance he gave it, though. I wonder how far he played into it. Because if he doesn't like it, then how far would you rate
I don't.
that?
I watched the video. I think he said like he just he got fed up.
I guess
too
if you don't
quickly.
enjoy it enough to get to more through the game, then there's nothing
Because
you can really do.
really
Because
nothing-
that's the gameplay right there.
No, if you,
It's like the
start,
entire
if you
game.
start off and it's like I just like obviously puzzle games aren't his thing. He even said it's like I feel like I have a fucking learning disability like now. It's like this game is like ruined me. He's like I just don't. He's like it's not my thing. And so yeah, I think he did actually give up like halfway through that game or some shit.
Yeah,
Because-
he
because, like,
definitely didn't beat it.
Yeah. And like you know what, honestly, like that's.
What?
I think your mic's cut out, buddy.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you're not frozen. Yeah, I thought you were frozen. Again.
There we go.
You can hear me now?
There you
Yeah.
go.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Sorry.
At least he could say that like his review didn't turn out being oh, this game is so shit that I had to stop playing it halfway through. Worst game of the year. Like it was just he gave an honest review and he said why.
The
and his
Witness,
reasons.
more like the shit piss. Ugh. 0 out of 10.
the shit. Wow.
No, I mean I don't know if actually I shouldn't. I was gonna say something, but I don't know if it's a part of the game, but I
Well,
don't wanna
don't-
talk
don't-
about it.
don't-
Just
I want to know as little as possible.
I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna
We'll
talk
discuss
about it
this
just
over
in
like
case.
Steam chat or something.
So,
Um,
yeah, sure.
So far,
It's a-
best game of the year, Firewatch. Sorry,
Oh, no.
boys.
I haven't
Sorry,
played.
boys. This
haven't
isn't
played
a
many games.
boys club anymore. Firewatch 1, okay? Take that.
The
Anita for life.
the people defending Firewatch are so fucking like, oh, it's just I hate it.
What is Firewatch?
It was a really shitty indie game that got a lot of positive attention because all these shitty games websites were overinflating how good it was, and
I don't keep up
it's
with.
just it's a really boring walking simulator / long distance relationship simulator that pretends to be a lot more than it is.
Yes.
And it was
Have you-
just mechanically did not work well. Just the game design and the interface was not very well thought out. It was broken. It glitched out a million times, and just it was not polished.
Has anyone here played Super Hot?
Oh yeah,
No,
I played Super
somebody
Hot.
No.
asked me about that, and I don't remember
is
what the
Super
fuck it
Hot?
is. Let me look at.
I've heard of.
It's a shooter where time only moves when you move. Yeah.
Oh yeah, but that's not really out yet, right?
No, it's out.
It's just a beta.
I just got it
there
on
was-
Steam.
Is that
was a
like that's the final
demo.
version? now?
It had a full release like a couple days ago.
Okay, I'm excited to play it. I was literally just waiting for the full version. I remember seeing demo footage for that like a year ago or more.
Mm-hmm.
So
No, it's completely out. I beat the main story. It is fantastic. It is really fun.
Oh shit, we gotta play Lovers in a Dangerous Space Time. That's because it's a good 2-player game.
oh.
I need to get a PS4 for not just for The Last Guardian, but for The Last Guardian.
Oh fuck! I'm excited for that.
Aren't we all?
That coming out. Holy shit!
Another.
I'm glad
7
it's
years.
actually happening.
Yeah,
hope.
it's actually it's actually.
Again, they're like, guys, definitely coming out, and it's like 7 years later. They're like, maybe.
Yeah, we
It's like
technically still don't
PlayStation
have an
6.
official release date.
Well, I mean,
I know.
they're playing our heartstrings.
They went
Yeah.
from like a 30-second trailer to like a full minute trailer. So now we
Oh.
know that it's
Oh, yeah.
this.
I love the YouTube comments on that video of people being like, "This looks shit. Like, why
Yeah,
is the
so-
graphics so
It's
bad?"
a lot of people not understanding where this game comes from. It's
Yeah.
a lot of little babies who just wandered in and were like,
Yeah.
"What is this? Why does it deserve all this respect? It looks like shite."
It looks great. I can't wait.
Yeah.
I love the design. I love the universe.
Oh
I
yeah.
love that it's all
Yeah.
basically within the same universe too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I gotta go, guys. So
Thank you for joining.
it was really nice to meet you, Adam, and I'll
Thank you so much for joining. That was great.
I'll see you guys on the next stream.
Catch you on the flip side.
And I'll see you on the next Angry Joe show.
See ya.
Bye.
Goodbye. Bye.
I'm sorry.
No,
I've been
that was brilliant. No.
Speaking of Angry Joe, actually, I've been meaning to because it's not on Steam anymore. I've been meaning to try and find a version of Ride to Hell Retribution.
Oh, God.
Why?
That-
Just to play it.
No,
Just
you're
to
okay.
experience it.
Regardless of what like Yahtzee says, I just don't think it would be a fun game. It's
No.
just like
No, it's
it looks.
That was one of those
frustrating.
games that like.
I just want to play it to be able to say that I played it.
It's one of those games where like nobody knew about it, and then all of a sudden it came out, and people were like, "I can
Well,
get
Angry
YouTube
Joe and
views."
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
People keep asking me what I think of Painting With, but I can't really say unless I've like listened
I don't know
to
what
an
that
album.
is.
That's the new Animal Collective.
Oh.
I can't say until I've listened to the album. Like,
Florida, no, Florida, no,
that's an accurate representation of the song. That's
Yeah, I think I know
Really
what the
nailed
fuck I'm
it.
talking about.
It's I'm gonna have to listen to it like multiple times because there's never been a single thing that Panda Bear, Avery Tyre, or Animal Collective has ever made that listening to it once I was like, that's it. It's good. I like it. It's like, or I feel fully appreciate this. It's
Except
like,
that time they read Mein Kampf.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god, Panda Bear reading Mein Kampf. I was like,
this sounds
this is
like
a
great.
this is a perfect combination of the two things I love in this world: Panda Bear and Mein Kampf, the Führer. It was just amazing. Like, you gotta get the audio novel.
I still want to create a Hitler body pillow and sell it as Mein Kampfy. I think that's the best idea nobody's ever done. I think that's like if I had a novelty store, do you realize how amazing the things would be that are sold in that store?
Your business would die out like every other
My
novelty
business would
knick-knack
flourish.
store.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
No,
If it was sold online, people would buy them because like every single time I release something, people would be like, "This actually exists."
you know what you should do? Is you should make a virtual like knick-knack store where you put on an Oculus Rift and you walk around in the store and pick out Mein Kampfies. and there would be like a model of you and be like, hi, and like really glitchy and shit.
Oh man.
They should make virtual stores.
Oh,
That's
dude.
amazing. They
I
never
just
go out of business.
There's 2 days until we can pre-order the HTC Vive. I wonder if they have a countdown timer.
Oh,
I don't know what price it is.
Is that the
I'm
one
gonna
that
have
got
to like
recent-
refresh the page.
Is that the one that was recently announced to be like $800 or something like that? Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Oh, now it's 800.
I think I may be thinking of one of the other ones, but yeah.
I'm excited for it either way.
Okay.
because you can actually do like room depth and shit.
Oh,
I feel like they're So basically, they came out with a little setup guide for people installing it, and somebody created a GIF of it and shared it.
Hmm.
And basically, with this one, the difference between this and the Oculus Rift is not only are the controllers like super cool, and actually, it's not. The Oculus Rift comes with a Xbox controller, basically, which
Basically.
just seems a little. No, I mean it's literally an Xbox One controller, so not even basically, like literally, that's what it comes with. Um, and I feel like if you're going to do virtual reality, having these like weird hand controllers seems like a much better idea because you're going to want to like move your arms. You want to have
Yeah.
independent arm movement. Otherwise, you're losing a bit of the illusion. And the biggest, because I'm pretty sure they're going to create controllers like that for the Oculus. One of the more important things that I'm looking at for the HTC Vive is that it has room sensors that you can stick anywhere around your room, and you can basically walk and traverse through your room within a range of like. I think you basically calibrate it and set it up, and as long as you have like 5 feet by 6 feet, then you can still walk through and do depth and shit.
Yeah.
And it's got a camera on the front of it, so they're implementing things like being able to have your real hands show up in. So like if you wanted to pause the game or be in the game and like pick up a chocolate bar and eat it, like you'll be able to see the chocolate bar or whatever. Like the camera's there and it'll be able to differentiate between things that you want in the game and things that you don't want or whatever. So basically they're saying that you'd be able to like stop and eat food without taking off the goggles. And I'm confused about how that's going to work, but I'm really excited to see what the fuck they
I'm not
do.
actually 100% sure, but I think the HTC version is what Node is using, actually, as far as they're like. I think so. I'm
really excited
I might be
for it.
wrong, but
And I'm also banking on the HTC Vive just also because of their partnership with Steam, because that when Steam partners with something and they're going to be at the launch of this new platform, who do you think people are going to design their games for particularly? When it comes to like independent developers, which I care the most about. I don't really care about it. We're going into this another generation of bullshit bullshit exclusive titles. So that space fighting game that I don't remember the title of is an exclusive to the Oculus, and Oculus will have some exclusives here and there. But I'm more concerned and interested in these community-created independent titles that will actually have creativity and new ingenuitive ideas, especially considering the platform's so new. You know, that's where you're going to find the most creativity. So that's what I'm really looking forward to. Chances are most things will be compatible with both Oculus and HTC, but I feel like HTC is the safer bet in terms of buying something this early on.
hopefully.
I'm gonna get it. I have to get it, and I think that I'll actually wind up getting it. Like it'll probably ship and be sent to me before the Oculus would have. Because I was planning on pre-ordering an Oculus, and then I guess since I was 4 hours after they had started the pre-order, it was like, oh, oops, you're gonna get it 2 months later than everybody else. I was like, fuck that. Now I don't even want it. Like it's overpriced to begin with. I wanted it because I wanted it soon, and I want to put on my goggles and then be in a stupid furry porn game. I don't know. I want it now. You know, I can't wait for this shit. So. The HTC Vive being earlier, it says the headsets will ship early April for HTC Vive. I would have had to wait until May for the Oculus. So
I'm fairly certain that's actually the same one, that Node uses, and I've really liked a lot of the work that they like the videos that they've done with it. Like there's like the games that they're playing. There's even they're making their own game, and there's also some other indie developers who come on their show and will be like, this is my game, it's in the works and everything, and they'll constantly play and test it and everything, and that's actually really cool to see. And
Sorry.
I was just gonna say, and so far the controls, especially those like two handles, they seem to be the really kind of the coolest and responsive. There's actually like a turn kind of toggle thing on it. And there's a game they were playing where you have a revolver, and it's like so accurate, and you just like it also like to reload this revolver, you flip it open, and you spin that little toggle. It just seems so fucking cool. It's like I don't know.
Having like the independent hand controllers and everything, like it just seems like so much better of an idea. I like that the PS4 is doing one just for the fact that like because some people will always be console gamers and they'll literally just always be a console gamer and it doesn't even matter. So I like that they're making it accessible to them too.
Yeah.
However, in terms of what's going to be the better product and what's going to have the better growth over time, I think that that's probably the least likely to be sustainable. Because if you look at if you want to get like insane games, and not only that, but make virtual reality compatible for games that already exist. You can't. They're not gonna. The PS4 is already getting a little dated spec-wise. You know,
It's
like
not-
the
it
fact
was
that it's a
already-
console, and the fact that I mean, like we're at this point where my PC is a fucking beast, and it seems as though like based on what my random computer hardware easy explained to me like a 2-year-old program says, my computer is Oculus ready or virtual reality ready. Like I'll be able to handle the HTC Vive based on my specs. But the specs that were listed like showed my computer as being like standard, you need this. And I souped up this computer like less than a year ago. I just went to the store and I was like, get me the best shit you have. I want this to last forever. And now it's just like I'm gonna have to upgrade it at some point, my graphics card or something. I'm not a hardware person, so I'm like I don't even know what I'm talking about really. But
what cards do you have? What cards?
Let me see if I can show you my.
Show me your
specs.
cards,
Just give me-
Yugi.
I'm gonna open my thing that tells me this. I have. 1 second.
Is it Nvidia or AMD or?
I've got GeForce GTX 970 and
Right.
Intel R-Core TM i7 5960X CPU. I've got
Okay.
32
That's-
gigs of RAM, which is way more than I'll need over however long.
GTX
and-
970. Yeah, that's a good card.
Yeah, exactly. I'm illiterate when it comes to hardware, so I had to.
All you need to know is that's a good card.
Yeah, that's all I wanted to know. Honestly, is just when I had to get a
need to upgrade
computer
this.
store to build it for me. I was debating building it myself when I was deciding to get this super PC because this PC was mostly just for games. It's so I could have something that I could play my gaming channel with. And I just like there was a point in time where I was looking through different things to buy and like thinking about how I'm gonna build it and like static free workspace and all just this bullshit that I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go to a store and get them to build it for me.
Yeah, it takes the stress right off. Yeah.
Exactly. Like, please, you're the professionals. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm an idiot.
Yeah. I mean, that same
There's other
with
area,
else,
like I'm
not-
great with software, you know. I love software and I know how to operate a computer, but in terms of hardware, I'm just a fucking idiot.
That's fine. I'm the same.
Yeah. I think what I'm gonna have to start doing at some point soon is, you know, like even GTA 5, I can stream it 1080p 60 frames per second and it still runs perfectly. However, I feel like we're at the point where games are starting to come out where I'm having to like I might just have to downgrade the graphics a little to stream it at 1080p 60. So I think what I need to start doing is not upgrade my computer, but start playing it on my computer and having it HDMI output to something else that's streaming and recording. Is I think that's what I'm going to have to start worrying about is streaming and recording off of a separate computer so that my beast can run at its full capacity. I think that's what I have to start doing. Because I think I can just do that through my laptop.
That's what you've called it, huh? The beast.
I named it Pegasus, actually.
Ah.
But it is a beast. So it's almost 4 p.m. So we'll end this in about 15 minutes because I did start it a tiny bit late. Let's say it's 3:55 right now. Let's say we end this at 4:10, and
Sure.
and I'll get some food and keep working on shit. Probably watch some Oscar movies since the Oscars are tomorrow. But yeah, just a reminder to everybody in case they didn't hear before. My Sunday Twitch stream is tomorrow, and what I think I'm gonna do, if the stars align and if we're able to do it, and it's practical.
Wait, tomorrow what a day for you.
It's Sunday for my Twitch stream. So starting tomorrow for my Twitch stream, I might be doing a live commentary on the Oscars. Obviously not streaming the Oscars, so everybody's going to have to find their own way to watch the Oscars. But I might be doing a little commentary so that if you were watching the Oscars and wanted to hear my commentary on it, my 20-second delayed commentary, then tune into my Twitch stream. So it might be happening. No guarantees, but I'm saying it might be happening. I'll be mining shit in Mass Effect 2, doing like the most non-involved gameplay ever, but still technically gameplay, so I don't get booted off Twitch or whatever.
Yeah. So basically doing what a cam girl would do.
Yeah, exactly. Except
League of
I'm not
Legends.
showing my face, and I'm not doing it for donations.
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose this is.
I did that last year, so.
Maybe this is obvious, but I'm gonna ask it anyway. But what are you hoping for? In general. In general.
For everything. I don't know. I still have to watch the other movies, so or a bunch of the other movies. I'm hoping that Son of Saul wins Best Foreign Picture.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't, then that's gonna make me pretty much just go, well, okay, fuck. Well, I need to see this other movie. Son of Saul is the only movie that I've seen in the Best Foreign Language category, so I almost feel like I'm hoping it wins because I've seen it and I love it, but I guess it's possible for another movie to have been made that year that's better. It won the Golden Globe, so I think that's a little bit of a hint. Yeah, you know, I've seen the movies that I love, and I don't want Room to win over The Revenant. That would be the worst thing that could possibly happen.
That would be shit.
Because I really want The Revenant to win. I really want Iñárritu to be one of, 3 or 4 directors who have ever won Best Picture 2 years in a row. And I'm just hoping the Academy just doesn't factor in the fact. I hope they don't factor in anything from last year and just act it as though it's a clean slate.
Yeah,
Because
the fact he's already won, yeah.
Yeah, I hope they don't consider that. I hope the Academy isn't like, well, 2 years in a row, really? Maybe if he didn't win last year, then we would. I hope that they don't do that. And maybe because of all this race controversy, they'll be like, oh, well, I guess he's the least white, so I guess we. Hopefully, I don't know. But I mean, I genuinely I haven't seen the other movies. Is the real problem. So that's why I want to watch a couple of them tonight. So I'll look at the list of the things that I think would probably be the most promising for, I guess, the Best Picture and performance categories, and see if I can knock a couple of those off my watch list tonight. Maybe we'll see. That's my plan anyway. What's really depressing but inevitable is the animated feature category, in which Inside Out is definitely going to win over Anomalisa. Otherwise, why the fuck would they nominate it for Best Screenplay? Why the fuck was it nominated for Best Screenplay anyway? Jesus Christ. Inside Out, you can't even, how could you even love that movie as much as everybody loves it, but still also think that it deserved a Best Screenplay nomination? Really? Screenplay out of everything in the movie? What about it warranted Best Screenplay, especially over Anomalisa? You know?
Well, what was it? Toy Story 3 that got what was it?
It got Best Picture and Best It got a Best Picture nomination. That's what it was. So Inside Out doesn't get a Best Picture nomination, which I guess it's not as much of a cinch as Toy Story 3 was for that category. But I really highly fucking doubt that Anomalisa is gonna win. We already know Inside Out's gonna win.
Yeah.
I'm really like it would be amazing. I didn't think Birdman was gonna win Best Picture. I was shocked that Birdman won Best Picture
That
last
was
year.
a
So who
great
knows?
surprise.
We might get some surprises, but I'm happy that Charlie Kaufman's gonna be there. I'm happy he's nominated. If him and Duke Johnson get to make a Oscar win speech, then that's even better. If they win, that's great. But yeah, I'm happy for Duke too, because this is his first actual feature, and he's already got an Oscar nomination under his belt. I hope I get to see him do a lot more. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was the team that they had for that movie, it's a small team, but they put so much love into it, you know.
Yeah.
Whereas Inside Out, they wanted to sell toys
Yeah.
and manipulate people.
If they won for Anomalisa, I just want their like speech to be used. They walk up on stage with like some Perrier water and they pour it out on the stage and they're like,
One for my hoagies.
"Fuck you!" and they throw it. I don't know why Perrier water. That'd be great.
Some like
And
epic-
then throw the bottle into the crowd, and it's so random.
I'm an adult.
Like George Clooney, and he's like, "I'm not even mad."
Did you think Jake Gyllenhaal got snubbed last year?
Gyllenhaal?
Yeah. Nightcrawler.
Nightcrawler. He did a great job.
He
That
was
was a
great in it.
character study.
But I mean, I don't know. People get snubbed every year. People are saying Idris Elba got snubbed, which I can kind of agree with because he was really good in Beasts of No Nation. I liked that movie.
Yeah.
It wasn't amazing, but I really liked it. And it, to me, I feel like people are looking at the fact that Beasts of No Nation got very clearly snubbed, and I feel like a lot of people are instantly looking at it as a race issue. But I think what's more important than that people are forgetting is that it was a Netflix movie, and I think that that's the biggest reason why it's being snubbed. Because there are theater chains that literally refuse to play it because it's a Netflix movie. The Hollywood as a whole and the giant corporate entities that are the film industry in Hollywood have been completely snubbing and ignoring Beasts of No Nation because it's a Netflix movie, and they feel threatened by the fact that this new medium of not having people in the theaters is taking away from their business. So I think that's also really important to consider. It did get snubbed. Like, it's very much an Oscar movie, and I think that if it was released in mainstream theaters, that it probably would get some nominations. But yeah,
Overall,
it should have gotten
stupid
nominated
choice
at
not.
least for like best support. I guess it would have been a supporting category. It wasn't really a
Yeah,
starring role.
supporting.
But yeah, he should have gotten a nomination there for
he's
sure.
always really good. Fuck.
And yeah, I saw him at TIFF. He introduced the movie. That was really cool.
That's sweet.
Yeah,
Still
he
need to see it.
showed up to Toronto Film Fest. Yeah, people get snubbed every year, and Jake Gyllenhaal. Did Nightcrawler even have a nomination? Was it nominated for a screenplay or something?
I don't think so.
I don't even think it got recognized. It was a very small release when it started out, and it was one of those movies that like we saw at opening night because I knew about it and I was excited for it. And it's one of those movies where like nobody knew about it the first week, but then the second week it was out, then people were like, "Oh fuck yeah, this awesome movie," you know, and it started blowing up. But it really just didn't get. It's one of those wasted marketing opportunities. Because when I look at films, you can't help but look at the business side of the films. And when I look at the business side of films, all I'm thinking is like, whoever's distributing this movie, whoever's producing this movie, you're
Yeah,
You-
dead. Rip.
It
Fuck.
froze.
Robot, take over the world.
people would love this. Why the fuck did it get a small release? You know?
You froze.
Yeah, you made a robot sound.
Am I back?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, I was saying that it's depressing seeing movies that are sellable get a small release. Like good movies that like people will watch, like Nightcrawler, like Sunshine, like Fantastic Mr. Fox. All of these movies that just got like pitiful releases, and that's the only reason why people didn't watch them. Whereas if they got if they got better marketing campaigns and more advertising dollars put into it, which the filmmakers can't really help, then you know, they would have made so much more money. It's a waste. Because if the distributors want to make money, then they should have done that. They're losing money based on their own shitty decisions because they don't know how to judge art at all. They don't know what sells.
Yeah.
I think I have a pretty good concept of what sells. I don't make my top 10 list of movies that I think everyone will enjoy, and I state that every time I make one. I'm like, this isn't for everybody. This isn't for everybody. When there's a movie on the list where I'm like, everybody will love this, you know, I'm pretty good with those. Just being able to recommend something that's really easily accessible, I think.
But also good.
Well, yeah. Yeah,
Well,
I mean, there's plenty of accessible movies that aren't really that good that people just like. It's obvious that people will like them, you know.
Yeah.
Just those the bar movies, not above the bar, just
I mean,
the bar.
I've already seen my favorite film of 2016, Zootopia. So yeah, it's like, that's it. Fucking can't. I mean, in terms of like the amount of, in terms of like the fact that I'm a huge fuck fag, and yeah, it's just like,
I know.
great.
We all know. So we're gonna end this in like 5 minutes. Does anybody have any questions that they're dying to know the answers
I should
to?
probably think actually.
Yeah, you rated Shutter Island a 6, I think. Why?
Because it was an above-average movie, in my opinion. It was Shutter Island is. I can't really talk about what made it so formulaic without spoiling it, but the entire movie was so fucking predictable and unspecial.
Okay.
Martin Scorsese is such a better director than that movie was, and it did not feel like a Martin Scorsese film at all. And
Agreed.
I felt like all the performances were like above average, so not the bar, but just barely above the bar. And then in terms of the actual story, which is supposed to be the most important part of it, because there's like the entire thing is a mystery. It's a mystery movie, and yet the outcome and everything about it is just so. It was so incredibly predictable for me because I've seen other movies that do that exact same thing, and they've been around for the past like 30 years at least, and there's been way too many of them. And I guess I'm just gonna say spoiler alert because we're ending the hangout anyway. So if you don't want this movie, the Shutter Island, spoiled for you, then just, I guess leave sooner.
Fuck
I'll be vague. I'll still be vague about it, but the exact same sequence of events or the exact same twist in the movie was already done in like The Secret Window and Hide and Seek and all these other shitty like 2000s movies that just did the exact same thing, and I could see the entire thing coming from a mile away. There was no sense. The movie was marketing itself and selling itself on a sense of mystery, and there was no mystery to the entire thing because I was like, well, this is really obvious what it is, and it just pretended as though there was any kind of question to it. I found it to be insanely predictable. It wasn't poorly filmed, which is why I still leave it with an above average rating, but I was really underwhelmed, especially comparatively to Martin Scorsese's other movies. I thought it was an above average movie and it was just all right. I didn't think it was great at all.
Any more questions?
People loved it. I don't know why.
On the topic of Martin Scorsese, what do you think of Taxi Driver?
That is one movie from him that I haven't seen yet, and I know that I.
Oh, that's actually a bit surprising. Okay.
Well, yeah, I know.
I mean, it's a little bit
literally just
surprising.
another one of those movies that I've had a million opportunities to see it, and I theoretically
You should
have
definitely
seen
see it. Yeah. I mean,
by now, but I just haven't. You know.
yeah.
Hugo.
What
I
do you
didn't
think?
remember Hugo. Sorry, what's up?
What do you think of Zodiac?
You know what? I only saw it once in theaters. I guess in what 2007, 2006. And when I saw it in theaters, I enjoyed select parts of it from what I saw, but I think my initial reaction at the time was that it was a little too long, and I didn't like how inconclusive it was. But now, despite only still having seen it once, and seeing it a long time ago, despite that, I feel like it's kind of grown on me because A, I've grown older, B, I know more about David Fincher, C, the parts that I liked about that movie are still engraved in my head. that stabbing scene, I can still visualize it right now. I know I can see the exact layout of everything that happened in it. And I've been trying to look that up on YouTube for the longest time. I was hoping that somebody just uploaded a clip of it because I wanted to see it again. And nobody's uploaded it, or people probably have and they got taken down for copyright infringement. But it's still there, and it's still very engraved in my mind. So it really left an impression on me because of how well specific parts of that movie were done. And I feel like now that I really kind of expect it to be inconclusive, and I know that that's kind of the point. And now that I've also learned more about the movie, I learned that the Zodiac killer was actually played by different actors depending on the scene, and had different heights and weight depending on the scene to match up with the witness testimonies from each of those real life scenes. And I found that to be really cool. I didn't know that either, and that's something I also found out about the movie. So I've been slowly growing in my appreciation for the movie, despite only having seen it once in theaters. So when I rated that movie based on that theater watching, I gave it like a 6. But I'm excited to see it again, and I think I might come out of it with a 7 or 8 if it goes the way that I think that it's going to. Like, if the experience is what I'm hoping it will be. Because, I mean, it's still... I felt like a little unfulfilled based on my expectations as a 16-year-old or whatever watching it. And I feel like at this point, if I were to watch it again, and also it's a David Fincher movie, and it's pretty highly rated, I feel like I'm in for a better experience now that I've let it simmer. So I'll be seeing that in the next year or two for my 2006 list. I guess
7.
So, 2007. So I'll be seeing it in the next year for sure. Yeah, and I look forward to it.
Yeah, you have your 2014 list.
Yeah, I'm doing that one first. Yeah, that's the one that I'm prepping for.
Yeah. How far
thank
back?
you very much.
Yeah, thanks for joining.
Oh yeah.
All right. I'm not going to give my thoughts on Man of Steel. I'm never going to see it. It looks like shit.
It's shit.
Man of Steel.
Not good.
Pretty much is.
If nobody has anything else to ask.
Yeah. Have you seen Catch Me If You Can?
I watched like a third of it on TV in like 2006, and that's it. So I can't really say I have.
I haven't seen
I liked what I saw. But yeah, that's about it.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I guess we're good. I'm gonna end this. Check out my Sunday stream tomorrow. I might be doing a commentary on the Oscars. Don't know yet. Can't guarantee it, but we'll see.
Tomorrow or later on today, for me.
Well, for you, yeah. Region B. Yeah, thanks for joining, everybody. Thank you for your patronage, and thanks for dropping by. I'll post the date for the next Hangout in the next week or so. Message me if I don't. Apparently, I forgot to update this one earlier than I thought I did. But anyway, peace out. Goodbye.
Bye.
Cheers, Adam.
Peace.